Autopilot disabled. Waypoint reached.
Wagwan.
Well, well, well. It looks like I still have an audience. How about that? I figured last Friday I may come back to no audience at all. Once the big reveal was done. But you know what? Y'all are still here. You enjoy playing Eve with me. Fair enough. That was entertaining, though, I will say. What did I miss? What did you do? We talked about politics on Friday. And it was a big thing. People found out that I am a, wait for it, dirty pinko. This coffee is terrible. We gotta waste our time watching for Ant 17 somehow? Shit. Mask off, Cloris, the Trump supporter. Do you know what pinko means? Be kind of hard to be a pinko and love Trumpy poo. What's up, guys? How y'all doing? We ain't doing politics today, but we can do politics occasionally. You guys were actually very well behaved. Even though I was doing more lecturing than talking, you may find that's actually not inappropriate in politics. That is terrible coffee. I gotta say, I couldn't get the good beans, so I got this from the store. And this is ass. This is straight ass. By the way, the packaging says, wait for this, speaking of politics, it says, our award-winning roast cultivated at a high altitude in Colombia's rich volcanic soils. That right there, my friends, is the extraction of value from the third world. Anyway, sorry. Hello, how are you? What's going on? What's poppin'? Shout out to YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Somebody actually said hi on YouTube before I demanded fealty. Hi. If you're on YouTube, say hi. It warms my heart. We have a couple of viewers over there. Hope you have a good show. Mean Alien, what's up? You ever think about how Eve ships actually work? No, I haven't. I don't think they could work, right? Faster than light, that's not a real thing, right? Maybe I'm confused. I'm actually not that smart in the sciences, despite being so interested in it. Dark Dwayne is here, aka Big D in the house. You know. For all I know, the dude's rocking a baby carrot, but the idea is he's got such a strong spirit. He'll always be Big D to me. What's up? Blaze is here. Pels is here. Young Gravy is here. Welcome, everybody. How are you? I just lost the pacifier. You guys want to see my Z-Kill board? I just fed a pacifier a half an hour ago. Right here. Oh yeah, buddy. Katse, what's going on? FG is here. FG is not here anymore. FG is now sleeping. Sleep well. FG. Haas is here. What up?
975 says Crack Horse is here too, aka
Hey.
Adam.
Uh-oh, I haven't got down there yet. We got Yvonne in the house. What up, Rob? How are you? When you talk about coffee from high altitude Colombia, volcanic soil, I think, is it Big Bad N Guy hideout coffee? What's up, Ozier? I was telling my corp about how gigaboxing works yesterday. They were very interested. They were fascinated, even. Explaining how people cycle through accounts instead of input broadcasting. It's actually shocking to find out that gigaboxing is even, like, allowed. Like, socially. I love it, though. I love it. Volcano hideout coffee. I just imagine that they're using flowery language to describe the theft of Colombia's awesome land. FG Sleep Well, Blazes here, Black Hole Coffee's here. What up, Slime? He told me panna cotta is better than tiramisu. I wouldn't know, but I'm willing to bet it could be true. Tiramisu is a really good combination of flavors and textures for me. I've never found anything that beats it. Cheesecake is kind of close, like New York style cheesecake, but it's not quite as good as tiramisu. But I'm willing to change. I had a guy call me stubborn the other day, and you know what? I think I am, but I don't want to be. I aspire to not be stubborn, so. Blurg, what up, Knoxville? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? What's up? Banana Pancakes. Harvey Birdman coming in saying Wagwan, hitting up the sub. 15-month sub. I remember when Harvey stumbled in here. He's like, oh, hello there. Nice to meet you. And I was like, I looked at him, I'm like, dude, I'm not calling you Barbie Herdman. I'm calling you Harvey Birdman. He's like, okay. What's up? Thank you very much. You're welcome here with or without the subs, Harvey. You're a friend of the show, but I appreciate that you believe in me. Willing to throw me a few bucks. You're the man. What was the big reveal? Yeah, the big reveal is that I want people to be able to, you know, have a roof over their head and have food in their bellies. So. Got fresh beans this weekend from a local roastery here in Knoxville. Ordered 2 weeks ago. They shipped me the replacement bag since the first got lost. Ended up getting both 2-pound bags on Saturday. Yo, I got a story to tell. So I ordered a $200 propane heater. It's huge. It's like this big, right? It's cheap. It's like a shitty one, like a knockoff. But I ordered it, and then I realized after I ordered it that I don't want it. And then they also delayed it. So when they delayed it, I was like, all right, cancel the order. So the fucking thing shows up anyway on Saturday. And I'm like, hey, yo, I canceled this. I ain't paying for this. And they're like, how about you keep it and we refund you? I'm like, okay, sure. If you insist. So now I have a fat heater. I'm going to see if any of my like mechanically inclined buddies need it for like a shop or something like that and just hook it up to them. Or I'll just give it to a contractor as partial payment or something. Either way, it's a bank error in my favor and, you know, I can't complain. Hi-Lo, what up, buddy? Warper's more like bending space-time. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure what we're doing in Eve is not bending space-time at all. It's just like sci-fi FTL, right? I don't know anything about sci-fi. It's brutal. Yvonne, what's up, buddy? Yvonne said he wouldn't bait me anymore about like socialist stuff, but he will bait me about, what was it? Star Citizen. Thank you. Peter Pineko, what's up? So we're how it gets easier the more characters you control. That's interesting. Yeah, going from 1 to 2 is like, you know, it feels almost easier than going from like 2 to 4 to 5. I don't know. It's weird. But past, you know, controlling 5 dudes at once, like I don't even know how. I'd have to do the mentality of the Gigaboxers. It's brutal. Ozier says Gigaboxing's bad for the game. Yeah, you think so? I don't even know. I honestly don't even take a stance.
Blazy says apple banana a blapple.
A blapple. I don't even take a stance on Gigaboxing because it's so outlier. It doesn't really affect that much unless you're into very specific things like, you know, J-space routing. Speaking of politics, do you well, let's not talk about politics. He says, do you care at all? The next expansion sounds like it'll be an Empire War. Do you like any of the Empire Fire? Oh, okay. So in-game politics. Yeah, I don't really have any allegiance to anything, no. I mean, I associate with Minmatar, a little bit of Glente. But that's probably more to do with my own in real life politics. If I was forced to declare a side, I'd probably fight for anybody that's not a Mar. I just don't like the whole theology thing. I mean, Caldari is like, you know, capitalist, Glente, like libertarian style, and Minmatar is a variety of influences. But I don't think you should just pick an Eve faction based on your politics, which is kind of what I did here. But I also made all my characters Minmatar at the start, too, without even knowing about politics, so like years ago. Love your videos? Thank you, AC. I'm going to try to put another video this month. I've been dragging my feet on it, but I want to make a video on how wormhole space actually works. Explain what populates it, how the code works. Explain to people what's going on when you're sleeping, right? I still can't stop laughing over the insult soy boy. This was like a US style insult from 10 years ago. I mean, it is applicable to me. I am a little bit of a soy boy, but I don't know how the gigas like Garamel do it. What's up, Pog? I think people have brains that are better at multitasking and some aren't. And it sounds like a major cop-out, and it is. But put me in StarCraft anymore, and I'll just turn off the game. I won't even play. So as I get older, my mind is shrinking with this multitasking during games. It's crazy. Ah, delicious. Vinmatar. What up, Scotty? How you doing? I was laughing, Scotty. I'm like, I can't believe people are still here after arguing on about politics of all things on Friday. But it turns out people had a good time. I'd pick faction by ship design. Oh, okay. Who gets to live in Zarzak? I love it. Rob, good to see you. Angel and Garista are pretty badass factions. I mean, truthfully, I view myself as a third party in the Eve game. Like, everybody's doing their thing, and then I'm just there. So when I talk about, like, what faction would I help fight? Well, it'd be strictly based on what my current motives and conveniences were, I imagine. Gonlink Dead says, just in time for it all to change in the March patch. That's life. You either get upset when things changes and become reactionary, or you learn to embrace what new people have discovered. Just watched Ant 14. It changed my life. 14 was a good one. 14 was a good one. 14 was one of my best episodes. Very entertaining. Perfect pacing. Is somebody like it in the game, Yermo? Yeah, no doubt. Well, that's what I mean. I don't know him at all. I want to say I asked him for a video one time about something he did, but I think, you know, you look at people that Gigabox that actually control them instead of cycling through them specifically. I think that's an RTS player. He could probably, these people could probably be decently rated at RTSs if they spent their time there instead, right? That's my thought. Savant Fair, follow the stream. Merci. About the factions, I started hardcore Caldari, but Amara's my faction. Hell yeah. I still can't get over the fact that Chlorokin isn't your main. Yeah, Chlorokin is just some character I made a couple years ago. So, you know, I played Eve since 2005. I've told you the story a million times. I like played on and off, just like hitting Veldspar for 5 years. Slowly over time, I started to learn a little bit more. And then by like 2014, 15, 16, I started to like do nullsec, into the swing of things. And then I stopped at like 2018, 19, and then came back for Nomad Tales. So I only have X amount of years experience in the game despite having played a long time ago. But understand that Chlorokin is a somewhat new name. We had a guy come in here last week who knew me from Eve. We were in the same corp, right? And I knew who he was. I just couldn't remember his personality or anything. But he knew me as my main's character name, for example. So it's kind of funny how that works. Chlorokin is just some gas scooper. It's really funny. I got attacked the other day when I was on this character 2 days ago or whatever. I got attacked by this group. It was 3 Sabers, Kizreal, like a Hecate. There was like 8 ships. And I kind of suspect the strength of it was maybe because they saw who I was. I have no idea. But if that's how they react to prospect scoopers, like, wow, that's pretty intense. But I survived it. I basically saw them on D-Scan and MJFG'd, and then it was just like, easy mode. Can a Typhoon use for solo PvP level 3-4 missions? Sure. I mean, battleships are not really commonly done for solo PvP these days, unless you're doing it for like the memes. But you can. Typhoon would not be the worst one to solo. Now, as far as missions, yeah, certainly. What's considered gigaboxing, multi-boxing? Gigaboxing would be, you know, don't worry about hard definitions. Gigaboxing is when you have, you know, so many accounts running at once that you have to come up with a strategy to actually use them all. That would be the arbitrary definition I would just throw out there. For example, when I play 5 guys at once, I mean, I know what I'm doing with them. I can tab between them. I'm not good, and I will lose track. But if you had, let's say, 20 accounts, you're not going to be able to leaf through them and just play them all, right? You have to have a strategy on how to utilize them, whether that's forming fleets and cycling, etc. So gigaboxing would be when you have some crazy plan how to use so many accounts where you basically are using them as pawns. But I don't know. Somebody says, what's needle hacking? Good question. Needle hacking is when you use needle jacks to find stuff to hack. Knoxville says, I swear that you sound like someone in my old corp.
Autopilot disabled. Waypoint reached.
Well, I'll tell you this.
You don't need a strategy for anything. Go wild, let it flap in the wind.
Got my blue collared outfit on today. So what was I saying? Shoot. Oh, Knoxville said that's really sounding like someone in my old corp, right? Maybe. I mean, if you were in Circle of 2, its chances are we were, you know me. Most people would be exposed to me from my time in Circle of 2. I barely know what to do with one account. Same. Spooky, good to see you, dude. Thanks for the sub. 15 months as well. Holy shit, Spooky, don't sub to me. Come on. Go buy some loud with that. Don't be giving me fat stacks. Shout out Spooky. Spooky put a character in my corp, never logged on it again, but you know he's there in spirit. We love him. He's like, fine. I'll go buy some kratom or whatever you do. Shadow Guy over on YouTube says, I was thinking about trying out a single account nomad using one character with an Odysseus, one with the and maybe take the third high sec hauler when account switches. Needs your thoughts. So basically YOLOing the Odysseus, using it as a primary vessel. I think it's safe to go into that only if you assume you're going to lose it within a month or two. With that said, that doesn't mean you can't do it. But using the Odysseus as a single boxing thing is an endgame thing. So you better have money to buy a couple of them if you want to try it. And I know that sounds really not fun to hear, but you'd almost be better off without the OD. If I had one account here, let me give you something to contrast with instead of just telling you that you suck. Hold on. So basically, if you have one account, that means you only have 3 slots, right? So 1, 2, 3. So here you're talking about putting an OD. I'm gonna say hold off on the OD. So leave the Porp, and then what was the other one you did? Hauler. So we'll do a DST. Okay. So Porp, DST, and this character you should put a T3 cruiser. Now you're like, wait a second. Wait, I can't scoop gas. What's the point of the Porp? Well, the thing is, the Porp is so cheap. To the point where this guy can leave the DST in a high sec, come back in a prospect and hang out in the hole, and then scoop gas as much as you want, drop it in the Porp, compress it, and then when it's time to go, you scan your way out with the Tech 3 Cruiser, you go fetch the DST, bring it back all in one go. It's very safe to do that. The Odysseus, sadly, is not going to scoop that much gas, and it's going to be a major risk. But you can do it. But again, one account setups, only do Odysseus if you're just styling, not to actually make a buck. But you know what? Live your dreams, and if you're super safe and methodical and neurotic, perhaps like me in early Nomad Tale, you might get away with it. Oh, also you could, you know, if you do an Odysseus thing, you know, you could do something where you bring the Odysseus instead of the Strat Cruiser, and then you like throw a Venture in there, and then you, or a Prospect, and you pull it out, and then like have your DST sit in space. No matter how you do it, trying to do gas with one account is gonna suck. It's just the rules of how it all works. So I almost say eschew gas completely when you're playing single. I would say do some sleeper sites, gank some people if you find them, scan some chains out, maybe find a ghost site. That could be fun. And if you want to do gas, maybe bring a crew in and bring a crew out. Otherwise, day tripping is so much better for what you're describing. Basing in Amar, Indo Dixie, in Rens, in Hack, in Jitta, and then just going out to find wormholes and coming back. But yeah, I don't want to shit on anybody's dreams, but single account is hard to pull off. I'll say that in my daydreams. But I encourage you to go out and try stuff. You know, if you have the cash for an Odysseus, it is an excellent nomad vessel. I personally use one, but I almost use it exclusively for storage, right? It's like almost like a mini Orca that has some teeth that I can pull out if I need to, kind of thing. That's the whole point. So if I'm killing somebody, the Odysseus can show up and drop its drones from afar and help, completely risk-free. Otherwise, it's just storing stuff and acting as a little refitting bay. But I have 5 accounts in that setup. So like this all has immense value when you have that much synergy going on. So it's completely different than say one account. But with that said, the Odysseus is unequivocally good for single boxing. The problem is the price. I already paid for Turbo, so I don't need to subscribe. Does Turbo get rid of the stupid pre-roll they forced on you? Or no? It must, right? The fact that you can't turn off the pre-roll on Twitch is some of the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my entire life. It's so nakedly, like, just abusive. There's no option for me to, like, like, I would give them, I told you this a bunch, but I would give them more money from the subscriptions. I would take a worse split, if you want to look at it that way, just for no pre-rolls. But they force them, no matter what, because they are an ad-selling company, obviously, that basically... Anyway. Hello, how are y'all? I died in a ghost... I did a ghost site earlier, and I got so distracted, I lost my pacifier. Okay? So basically in Tabby, there's all these systems. Blitz scanned down a ghost site here in Tabby. And so like I went from all these wormholes over here. I had my pacifier sitting on one. The pacifier went in and went out. And then he's just AFK here. And while he's AFK here, getting slowly decloaked by that 60-second timer, I'm like, you know what? This would be a good time to do this ghost site with my other character. Meanwhile, I'm also moving my Proteus in from Heck to the station as well to Tabby. So I basically just did a ghost site, made 200 million, moved my Proteus in, and then just fed a 600 mil pacifier. This was my least effective play of all time. The pre-roll's pretty gross. There are Twitch creators who have no pre-rolls, but I don't know how it works. Well, you can turn pre-rolls off if you run 3 minutes of ads an hour. Now, I fucking hate ads. We've talked about it to death. I refuse to talk about ads anymore, but pre-rolls do suck. I'm not going to spend one more second thinking about ads ever. It's the best when you find a wormhole network home and make bank. So yesterday, these guys in my corp, some of them are new bros, some of them are not. They scanned down Tabby, and in one of these wormholes, there was 2 vital core reservoirs in a shattered system. So these guys like stacked all their prospects together. Somebody brought a porpoise out, and they were perching. Someone says put a politics tag on Twitch and remove ads. Really? Is this true? Well, shit. Chucker Dan, I'm going to look into that. Thank you for that. I'd love to see Warp and Orca. Orcas do extreme damage, too. It's just they're way too... There's just no way. The OD can actually sit on grid. Orca sitting on grid is only for sterile circumstances. Gonling says, I do superior sleeper caches, full clear mode. Yeah, sure, you can do that. That's actually kind of cool. Doing archive in a Odysseus is pretty cool. I can't say I've done that. Yvonne, thank you for the community gift to sub. Appreciate you. Don't you think that's kind of socialist of you, Yvonne? Handing out subs to the community? Just kidding. Let's talk about Star Citizen, guys. Love me some Star Citizen. All right, sorry. We're going to segue back to Eve. So sleeper caches are awesome. Gonlink, have you ever seen my sleeper cache video? I made a sweet video about this. You know, half of my time on Eve is spent telling people I already made a video about the content we're talking about. It's kind of funny. I made this video about sleeper caches. It's not a true guide, but it has maps of them. I love sleeper caches. Some of my favorite content. So we're friends. Turbo's great. It's expensive though, is it? Turbo's cheap if you watch more than 2. Oh, I see. Yeah, Spooky, don't sub if you got Turbo up, bro. Come on. Listen, I appreciate you guys. I love it when I get subscriptions, right? Who the fuck doesn't like money and capitalism? However, I love you guys with or without it, you know? Maybe every once in a while as a treat you can sub. Sounds like a great way to welcome in the fucking trolls, though. Yeah. What if I put a politics tag and then said strictly no politics? I wanted to do a new guide for Odie. Maybe it could do standard and superior. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, man. Of course it can do them. If you want any help editing or writing or film or anything for your video, let me know, man. I would love for people to make content from my community. Polarized 42, follow the stream. Guys, girls, ladies, men, fados, friends, family, food, everybody in between. Hello, it's me. I am your streamer for the time being. Now, there are probably other people streaming Eve. We can fact check that, yeah? But obviously, I'm the coolest. Like, come on. Mad Rambo, goated streamer. D-Mad's out there with his hat on. Love it. Montag ist Schöntag. Does that mean Monday is good day? It was real. Streaming it up. You got so many people to watch here, folks. But you're here on the Chlorocast, the #1 Eve podcast in Pennsylvania. That's right. Sounds like if you tag it with politics, you need to talk about politics. Okay. Yeah, I'm not actually going to do that because I don't want to get banned from Twitch. Actually, like I don't want to get banned from Twitch. I feel like I'm a condescending asshole, but I strive to have a good heart and not break the rules if possible. But Twitch is like, you know, it is, As somebody who's a woke joke, Twitch is bizarre. I'll say that. Make the intro about politics and that's it. Nah. Honestly, we're all just capsuleers here. We all have different educations. We all have different understandings of the world. When I ramble about what is and what isn't, that's just like, you know, my opinion, man. Kenza Minya. What's up, Chloro Kenza? How you doing? Chloro Kenza. Chloro Kendrick? Oh, shit. Chloro Kendrick Lamar. He says Eve politics or politics. Yeah, it's all good. Now, the truth is that, you know, the reason why you get more of my personality coming out is because you guys make me feel comfortable being me. Good kid, Matt, CCP. Bro, I have had that AZ verse stuck in my head for like 3 weeks now. Like fighting the urge to just rap the whole verse right now is extremely taxing on my mental ability. I'm not gonna do it. I already did it the other day. In Life's a Bitch on Illmatic, AZ has this verse, and it's seriously one of the best verses I've ever heard in hip hop. I've heard it since I was a kid, and I cannot stop listening to it. Am I autistic? Possibly. Hi, Clark, and just want to pop in and thank you for bringing me into Wormhole Space with your series. Thank you so much, Max. Hell yeah. I always get a little flutter in my heart when I inspire someone to have fun, because truthfully, that's actually good we can bring into the world, and it's hard to do. Thank you for sharing. Validation, appreciation. Those are my feelings. Nas is the greatest, yeah. Illmatic. It is kind of crazy that like I'm talking about a line from a verse from Illmatic that's not Nas, but it's got me fucked up. Stir Fry is here. What's up, Corpy? Stir Fry, is your nose still plugged up? This dude came on comms the other day, and it sounded like he had the world's worst cold. Senor says, I lost 2 passies and ghost sides. Hey, I lost a Loki and a ghost side in my series, so. If you had to live in one of the 4 empires, what would it be? Definitely Minmatar. Yeah, I have my character industry set out in Minmatar space. I like the East even without the roleplay politics. But obviously, I'm someone who's going to root for the underdog, almost always. Just my personality, so. If you look at the lore of the game, it's like Minmatar had it pretty bad. So anyway, this is my pacifier pilot who just died. I don't know if I should go restock this character or just go roaming around. I'll probably just go roaming around looking for stuff to hack for a little bit. Or we can do an NPSI. I kind of would like to do an NPSI to clear the pacifier off of my CQ. Oh, you lost an OD to the archive room in a super cache? Ah, interesting. Another chatter said he has a fit that can permatank it. You two should get together. How have you been playing Eve? I just started 2 weeks. I've been playing for a long time. I'm relatively experienced. Certainly not like other people. I started over 2 decades ago. But I'd say I have about 5 years of experience. So you can say I'm about a 5-year-old player, despite having a little bit more historical wisdom because of the patches and stuff. They're on Eve Workbench, yeah. You can link them in Twitch. If you link them in Twitch, I'll send them over to YouTube for that guy, if you don't mind. So they're talking about using an Odysseus in a superior sleeper cache, which is funny. Totally doable, though. I mean, shit, it can tank the mines, it can tank the archive room, and everything else is cheesy, so kind of funny. You think people that played in 2012 come back and still find it the same? No, the game's changed too many ways. It's recognizable, but every time you scratch at something, it's different. Whenever someone comes back high-low, I always tell them to just treat it like a new game. The last pulse got you? Oh, shit. This is the fit right there, Senor Pumpkin, that he used, apparently. Here's another one. Thank you, Gonlink. Too greedy or in the last? Well, just in case you want to look at fits, there you go. I know you didn't ask. I'm just trying to help. Kenza says, funny thing, I never played Eve before, but after playing for 2 weeks, I started having flashbacks from like 20 and 10 years ago. a little, it's not deja vu, is it? Oh, it could be, this could be deja vu. This is slightly different. Was 2012 the old scanning? No, 2012 was after Wormholes came out. So the old scanning would have been in the knots, I think. I'm not actually, I actually don't know when it changed to the more modern formation style. Have you been to every system in your time? No, I haven't, no. I'd say I've been to a lot of them, sure. Never thought about that though. You can look at your characters and see which K-space, which New Eden style systems that you've been to. We can look at this character real quick. Personal. So this guy has been to these systems. Let me turn off the jump bridge. If I had to guess, I'd say I've probably been to 90% of K-space systems a long time ago. But there are certainly areas that I probably have never touched with my characters. But you can see Jack the Needle has been damn near everywhere. But he still has pockets he has never been in. As far as J-Space goes, I want to say I've probably been in at least half of it, if I'm being conservative with the estimation. So there's a lot of systems, right? There's thousands and 5,000 plus Empire system or New Eden system. There's 2,603 Anoikos systems. You have like your abyssal areas. Pokfin technically counts as New Eden, but you have that as well. A lot of places to go. There's a famous explorer, head of Signal Cartel, at least historically, called Keisha Sai. I still don't know how to pronounce her name, but Katia Sai. But she's been to every system. That was a adventure that she did. Also, we have a friend here in chat called Rizio, who
CERN TV
right.
says every other Wednesday at 3:72 p.m. Sox hold a press conference to deny allegations of being triangles, while microwaves apply Sue.
We have a chatter called Rizio who actually has a character in every wormhole system. Pretty funny. CERN, what's going on? I'm a noob. I find myself in lots of wormholes just for better exploration. Think I've been to more J-space than K-space. Have died in more K-space though. Find low sec to be the most dangerous. Yeah. Have you ever seen any of my videos I've made? TTS died. I think I cut it off at 144 characters, like Twitter or something. How you doing, CERN? I should put a paid TTS that's unlimited. No, people would immediately fuck with it. If you bring up personal bookmarks in reverse order, I found some from 2006. That's awesome. I know a lot of people think Eve has sound now, but the old Eve mining music hits me right in the member bears. Yeah, you can get that back, right? If you go to audio and do classic Eve music, you can get it back, but I think it's wonky. Right? There's been a bunch of things you can do. Like the jukebox you can get here and play all the old songs if you'd want. This is on a browser, right? This is so there's been multiple versions of some of these songs. Some of them seem sped up, but it's actually a different stem completely. This is a different version than the one that I play. I can't remember which one is canonical, like, or not canonical, which one is actually accurate to the old times. I started the Nomad series, which gave me an idea on how to live there as solo. Cool. No doubt. Yeah, I mean, it's been years since I started that, so I'm off to the races now doing all types of fun stuff. But that series is good for inspiration. You know, some people like will see a series like that and just stop watching instantly and then go do it. Others will watch it and enjoy it and then maybe try it. Others will just enjoy it and not want to try it. You kind of strike me as someone that wants to do it. They're on SoundCloud too? Yeah, that's actually where I downloaded all the songs that I use on a Nomad Tale from CCP. Just downloaded them all from SoundCloud. You watched the Rabbit Hole doc today? I started to watch that on stream a while ago. I like asked him if he'd mind. He's like, no, of course not, idiot. I'm like, okay. But I couldn't get through it all. 8 or 9, cool. 2015, you think the scanning changed around then? I don't think so. Really? 2015 is when Citadels came out. If I'm wrong on this, fair. But I feel like scanning changed in like before Wormholes released. Unless we're talking about different changes. I'm talking about the overarching changes that made individual probes into formations and had a lot of the contemporary functionality we're used to seeing. Really is interesting piece of gaming history this game is. I mean, you're just preaching to the choir, you know. A lot of us kind of know that, but who cares is what it comes down to. We have the, pretty much in terms of who to talk to about it, Eve players, sure, can talk among ourselves, but we're pretty reliant on people like you being interested in coming in and kind of wanting to learn about it. So shout out to you, Kenza. Handblaze, if you're right, if you could cite me, tell me like the patch it change, I'll look it up on stream. I feel like I'm either misremembering this horribly or chat's off. Watching someone do sleeper relics without Black Glass gives me solidarity heart attacks. There's a lot of heart attack moments in a Nomad Tale. I always point this out, but it's so neat. It's such a neat piece of trivia for people that watch the videos. I'll keep pointing it out, but right. So like these are all like roughly equidistance periods. Roughly. This is a Nomad Tale. So episodes 1 to 13 are like the first year, and then it's just like a year each episode. So what's interesting about this, if you like the series, is like this is the start. This is the very beginning, and then this is where I just start to feel myself a little bit more. Yeah. So you got a lot to look forward to. And this timing will never happen again. I'll never make a bunch of episodes like in a year, you know? But other people are making series, right? There's all types of new series coming out. So like you guys got all types of fun stuff to look forward to. A Nomad Tale will just, be, it's very indulgent to say this, but we'll just put it in like the category of classics you can go back to. Maybe a new episode every once in a while, right? And then it'll live there with pride. Nomad Tale got time dilated. I love it. 2017 for the modern UI, for Photon. Wait. No. Photon, wait a second. Okay, Photon might have been introduced in 2017, but old UI was phased out like 2 years ago, right? Talking to Eve players about like when changes happened, what patches, what years, it's crazy because none of us know what the fuck's going on. Like we all have like different understandings of when things changed. It's amazing. Anyway, let's we can scan and chat at the same time. I don't really mind. I only have 3 noise fillies. I guess I really don't need that many. I could buy more and heck real fast. Long hair, don't care. There's my yurts. There's my yurts. All right. Well, I lost a pacifier today, but I don't know. I guess I still feel good. I don't know. Maybe I should feel more ashamed. I don't know. Senor says less talky, more scanny. All right. Well, that's just mean. What's up, Kissami? How are you? Kissami Hoshigaki. I don't know how to say that, but that's cool. Zeticus is here. What up, slime boy? Don't AFK another pass you all up. Yeah. 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 People don't really view it in poker terms, Junk. Junk Diesel asks, as someone who's played poker for a long time, is it similar to Eve to have a bankroll of ISK in ships and fits that's fine to lose as long as you make X amount of ISK per month? The answer is 100% yes. But normally it's like, it's a little bit abstracted. It's like you have ways to make your money and then you have good months and bad months. You don't necessarily set a budget. But the bankroll thing isn't really a budget, I think. That might just be what you have. Most players in Eve break it down to a simple parable. I'm not sure. They break it down to like a simple idiom or whatever. It's don't fly what you can't afford to replace, right? What's up, Pookie? Yeah, I wrecked one. After mastering Abyss and Exploration, what do you advise for me next? You've mastered Exploration. Wow. So you've done all the different ghost sites, all the sleeper caches, all the combat exploration, deads, 10 out of 10s, unrated complex, escalations, expeditions. You've done all that shit? All right, well, if you've done all that, I mean, shit, you've got to be pretty fucking good. PvP, maybe? You can't master Abyss. Well, I'm assuming they're using the term I'm making fun of them a little bit with the term master, but I think they meant they got good at it, right? That's what I was teasing about the exploration. Like, oh, you've done it all, huh? No, but I think now is a great time to learn some PvP or meet some buddies that you can fight with. Yeah, I'm gonna do some PvP later today on stream. You're welcome to join. I have not even mastered tier 0 Abyss. I've died in like tier 0 on stream. If I can't afford to buy 3 fully fit versions of whatever ship I'm flying, then I don't fly. Yeah, I mean yeah, for me, like, it's funny because like Scotty's like, okay, I'm actually even more reasonable. I need to be able to buy 3, but for me, even like that seems like a lot, and it probably for him too. But like, I guess the best example of me risking it would be the Orca, right? I put a lot of money in that Orca at the start. But guys, I use downtime to move it. It's like, bankroll means money total only for only poker. Yeah. Yeah, most people don't separate.
Disabled. Waypoint reached.
Most people do not separate, like,
Casing that potted plant icon tie silky smooth for
hey, what up,
amazing
Glenn?
content.
Yeah, you're getting awfully close to the colorful shrub, dude. What's up, homie? How you doing? A lot of people just have their net worth, and they'll have their liquid, and then they'll have an acceptable level of loss, right? And I guess I'm over-explaining this, but yeah, there's no such concept as a bankroll for PvP and EVE, but it does work very similar behind the scenes. Anyway. Most people understand that in this game, PvP is the thing to spend your money on, so technically, you could argue your bankroll is all your liquid-esque, if you like. Leon Spatzel says, hello, how are you? I'm doing well, thank you. V Gates, mein Freund. My rule is, can I go to Jeddah and buy another one, not cry too much? Glenn, thank you for the subscription. Zedekiah says, I bought a Macario and put a couple of faction mods on it, not too much, then a few more, then somehow faction smart bombs, and now it's too expensive to fly. Nailed it. Nailed it. This is why I say when you use your strategic cruisers, bling strategically. Bling strategically. I can't talk. It's a little excessive, but it keeps you from making dumb decisions. No, it's good. Actually, I like this. I'm just saying instead of 3, in my head, I'm like 10 or like 20, you know, because I'm a cheapskate. But the Orca kind of makes this whole thing silly. You haven't mastered Abyssal till you do it in Ibis. Yeah, so I'd say PvP Kasumi Hoshigaki. I have a bad habit of buying a ship and using it for an activity until I make back the cost of the ship. Then I lose interest and move on to another activity and buy another ship. Interesting! This is such an interesting comment. This is so interesting. Because this is really almost the analysis required. Okay, this isn't the analysis. This is the anecdote that we can analyze to understand why I don't like it when people say, I've paid for myself, right? So when you buy a Praxis and you're at in C3 space, it doesn't take long to pay for yourself. What is it, like 7, 8 sites, whatever. But this mentality does you a great disservice, right? We have to focus on doing things we like to do, because then the focus is not on, did I make my money back without dying? It's like, oh, I like this. I'm going to keep optimizing and keep being better at it, right? So this is really not a bad habit of buying a ship and losing it. The habit is fine. It's just the mentality is wrong. Like, okay, I'm going to buy an Astero. I'm going to hack until I get my money back, and then it's free. It's like, you just did a business, is what you did. You didn't actually play and enjoy it, right? So I encourage people to focus more on the playing and enjoying side of it. And like, eventually you'll make your money back, sure. But it can't be the primary focus, because this is what happens. Puddle, thank you for sharing that. I'm not saying don't keep track of profits, don't try to pay for your own ships, but don't think that that's the goal, to pay for your ship. The goal should be to have fun, take few losses, get lots of cool kills, whatever. Do you use third-party websites for intel when you play? Yeah, so EVE is pretty integrated outside the game. So personally, I play solo almost all the time. I have a corp now, but so my tools are not really too elaborate. For example, I have a mapping client here. I have my own mapper that I made in command line, and then I use Zkill, a couple marketing websites, my own spreadsheets. Other people will use actual complicated pieces of software for their lines. Yeah. The argument as whether it's allowed, yeah. I mean, you'll find camaraderie in me on that. The price on the hulls have gone up a lot, gone like there. It's almost more like 600-700 mil nowadays. But you're right. Historically, this is exactly what I'd recommend. What's up, Lego? Rayo, what up? Junk says that's more like exploration after 1 or 2 mining fleets. Day for a corp, I like to go on essentially with free loot boxes with the additional thrill of death added. Well, I mean, if it doesn't stop you from playing, that mentality seems fine. I was almost referring to the idea, like, I also feel like this. Whenever I, like, pay for my activity, I'm like, well, what the fuck am I doing? So I kind of just sympathized with him a little bit. Let's see here. Let's make a fleet skis. Undock skis. Real, good to see you, mister. Brave extraordinaire industry lad. I am having fun. How are you? I think the game should include, yeah, you're going to run into a lot, Kenza, you're going to run into a lot of these thoughts when you play Eve. I'm going to tell you that Eve is a flawed game and that and this is a cop-out, but the less you think about those obvious flaws, like for example, third-party websites, and just go with it, the more fun you're going to have, because we all think it's all stupid. We all think it's dumb. We all think multi-boxing is ridiculous. We all think having all these websites is dumb. It's just the status quo. So it's one of those things. They're not going to change it. I'm sorry. Like if for whatever reason that is upsetting. You're allowed to vent though. But just understand we all feel the same way and it's not changing. I think it's better to play some other games than torture yourself trying to get ships cost. Yeah. What's up, Canisters? How are you? How does one join your PvP fleets? So when I'm in Jeddah and when the stream title is talking about fleets, you would just go to Jeddah. And then you would join the Jack the Needle channel right here. You would join this chat channel. And then that's where you could indicate you want to join. So we'll do it in a little bit. I'm just going to go out, maybe scan for like a half an hour, and then come back. NSID is here. What up? How you doing? Big old 9-month subscriber over here. I know that, chatter. Zedekis says, had a fun ESS fight earlier. My Hugin, I sat on enemy maelstrom with 2 Dregrist or Webbers. He just kind of sat there and died. Zedekis, that's too high IQ play, bro. You're going to have to calm down. You're going to have to calm the fuck down, bro. We don't have a safe spot in Tabby to use filaments. We're going to have to change that. I'd love to see some kind of item similar to multi-character training permit, but allows you to multi-box characters on the same. Hell yeah, bro. Me too. Me too. Can you imagine everybody's multi-boxing setup just ×3 overnight? What up, Wheezy? How you doing? What's the F stand for, you know? Finish, yeah? Change subject and flex a little. Both my mans can run Tech 3 cruisers. Ooh, Yvonne. Dude, Tech 3 cruisers are some of the best sites in the game, for sure. Somebody literally has combats out, scanning the wormholes. It's funny. Hope everybody's having a wonderful start of the week. My week should hopefully be better soon. I don't know. We'll see. But, you know, the escapist world of New Eden and Anahuaycus is awfully fun to let your brain get into, yeah? I would like to imagine that many of you are at work during the week, kind of like white collar style or whatever, and like you're using Eve as an escape mechanism as well. So don't throw stones. Water getting fixed this week, something like that, I hope. The goal in Genic is to not talk about it. Don't bring anybody else down. I got my ass beat the other day by Nano Vedmuk. Decided to better be prepared next time and brought the Hugin. Nano Vedmuk, that's a ship that I personally fuck up a lot flying. That's a nice ship. So somebody asked what we're scanning for. We're scanning specifically for sleeper caches, ghost sites, stuff that interests me. We're going to be in nullsec this time. But we're probably just going to go out, not find anything, and come back, honestly. But there's always luck involved. Last time we found a ghost site. I also just did a ghost site today, so luck's probably gone. But we're just going to take a tour, hang out, look at some skyboxes, talk about the game, and maybe I'll take a relic or two. I'm in an Astero, which is interesting if you know how the game works past the starter point, because, you know, the Astero can't be nullified, and we're in nullsec, which means bubbles are a persistent threat the whole time. Pagel! What up, bro? Came to pay respects to the passy. Too soon, bro. Too soon, bro. You can see that I understand how the mechanics work, even though I suck balls at the game. I have the Navy Scan acquisition array because we know it's off the server tick because of a Nomad Tail 16. So this is actually a huge upgrade for a low skill scanner until you get to Tech 2. But with loss comes rebirth, yeah. No nullifier, yikes. Good thing nobody ever undocks it. Yeah, I want to say I've done this probably 100 damn times on my stream, that many times. I used to only exclusively do this. Never have lost the Astero out there. The truth is that the only thing that actually straight up kills you is a stop bubble or drag bubble with this ship. Otherwise, I can outplay a lot of people on a gate with an Astero, just like you could. It's a fast ship. And since I don't really do sites when there's people in local, it's pretty chill. It's just background. A lot of people are maybe new to exploration. They can glean information off of how when I do find sites, how I do them. Otherwise, it's just scanning ASMR. So, as a panther on scan. Anyway, hope you have an awesome week. I've had better weeks, but you know what? I've had better months, but you know what? I'm gonna be honest. It's not as bad as it. And this is weird. It's not as bad as it feels. I have this habit of kind of making things worse in my head than they need to be. And I don't know if that's relatable at all, but. I wish you could rent ships.
Autopilot
Interesting.
disabled. Waypoint reached.
Interesting. Old Norse.
Heyo.
Woo! Old Norse in the house. 10-month subber. Thank you. I'm not gonna lie. You don't chat much. You sub more than you chat. This man puts his money where his mouth is. Thane Carter says I'm a construction worker. There's no EBIT work. Well, no, I meant listening through me. That's what I meant. My bad. I don't think you're actually playing Eve on the job, even white collar, generally. Respect, Thane. All right, so anyway, just this is the cargo we have. I can kind of explain what some of these are. There's nobody here. We can take our time. I could probably go to the old blurs, but I'm not going to. We'll just leave it up. If somebody harasses me, we'll just needle Jack away. It's Jack the Needle, folks. Jack the Needle, he's like a gingerbread man, right? I have the wrong implants on. Good. All right, we're doing it live, folks. I got the Vedmuck implants on, not the black glass. Don't need it. Too talented. All right, anyway, so the fits in here are simple. You guys have seen this, surely. These two fits, this is the crucial integral part of why we use the Astero for ghost sites, because this makes you be able to tank up to 3 shots from ghost sites, even the strongest ones. So obviously, right, this has dual purpose. We're going to use this for standard sleeper caches and superiors to kind of make the cloud do less damage and to tank the turrets, right? The SIBO is actually for general purpose relic hacking. We don't need it. This basically allows you to scan the whole site when you land. No need to get up close. And then obviously some hacking stuff, and this is more for cherry picking as well. So this stuff we're probably not going to use so much today. And then this is a yurt. Yurts are really cheap compared to how good they are, so I recommend you use yurts over regular depots. Is the cursor massive? Is Chloro playing even a tiny one? Yeah, they added a cursor change thing. Also, I just love fat cursors. Zug Black, boring wins. Yeah, I actually don't have... Well, I don't use Zugmas anyway, personally. There's really very few points where Zugma actually truly is not required. Is like really useful. But you can use it. It's just, you know, it's a convenience thing. It's not an actual strength thing. What's the rest of your other fit? Yeah, let me pull this up. It's like, what the fuck was that? And so this is actually on Eve Workbench. Let me see if I can find the link. Yeah, so this fit, the core of it is for ghost site blitzing, right? So the idea of this fit, and it's the same one you're going to see here, just with scan mods on it, is the idea is, I made a video about this, but the idea is you can do ghost sites, and that's the most valuable site you can find extremely competently with these refits. So someone says, when you get the hacking, could you explain the different nodes we see and how to best defeat the defenses nodes? Sure. Yeah, we could talk about the hacking minigame. Sure. Absolutely. We may not find one because we're probably not going to do normal relics, but It's probably just gonna be a lot of scanning. But yeah, when we get into a site, we'll do a little breakdown, especially if you remind me. Is Zeugma kind of like the ligature one? Yeah, it's the hybrid one. So the main draw of a Zeugma, right, is to get the benefits of black glass implants onto a relic analyzer, right? That's the whole purpose. But you need to understand that relics tend to be the easiest thing to hack. There are a few things in sleeper caches where there's a time-sensitive component attached to the relic hack. For example, standard sleeper cache bonus room. That's going to be something where you would benefit from Zeugma black glass. But it's so easy without it, you don't need it. What you do need, if you want the best chance at ghost sites, and if you really care a lot, is what you need to do is use black glass in a data too, right? That's kind of the whole play. Anyway, friendly reminder, Jack, scanning skills are not perfect. They're okay. They're like 4s, right? So we're going to do some like mid-game style scanning here where we're going to have to take extra passes and extra time. The truth is, I enjoy scanning. I'm a weirdo. So for me, when I scan on an alpha character even, it's kind of a fun challenge and it definitely strengthens your skills. But there's going to be instances in here where these massive sites take 2-3 times as long as I'm used to. I'll probably cry a little bit later. Someone says I like scanning? Hell yeah. Big fat system here. We needlejacked out to Cobalt Edge. Basically fishing for caches and ghost sites specifically. Zeugma BBC was removed from the game. No, it's... Oh, was it? Really? Oh, I didn't even know. Was that a recent change? Those blueprints are obviously all like worthless is the sad part. So we can skip any data site that is a 1 or 2, since we know all sleeper caches and all ghost sites are 3 or higher. All right, we finally found these. We finally found them. People are talking about D-scan. Yeah, I mean, I've gotten tons of Zeugma blueprints from sites. I just didn't know if they've discontinued that at all or not. All right, one more site to scan up here, and we'll keep it moving. Pick random systems. Obviously, we're in a dead end. We have nowhere else to go. They still drop. I got one. Gotcha. I got popped a few weeks back, so I can't find a million. Got insta popped by rats, and it was not a sleeper site. Ghost cache or ghost site? Sleeper cache? Any idea? 500 mil in the can sounds like a ghost site. Cat Kane, how you doing? How you doing? I can transport Zoogs up to Jeddah and make them if people want them. That's awesome. All right, these are all 1s. Everything here is clear. Let's get out of here and go to the next place. So what is Chunk talking about? People warping in 90% of the times I died in J-Space, D-Scan made... Yeah, D-Scan doesn't really matter in J-Space, you're right. Yeah, I mean, D-Scan doesn't stop me from killing you in J-Space when you're hacking, if that's the argument. So basically what I do is like when someone hacks, I put a bomber right next to them. Let's just watch it. Let's just watch it. I just did this. It's the first clip. I'm going to explain to you why you have no hope. So right here is a buzzard that is hacking a can. Hold on, let's get through here and cloak up first. And this is kind of cool to see because I have the reference right on hand, but descanning while you hack in JSpace is useful, doesn't hurt. But this is why it doesn't actually matter, because you'll have somebody uncloak next to you in a bomber, and they'll tackle you before you even notice they're there. Watch. This. Alas, I was wrong. So buzzard here, and I'm going to use this Instalock Nemesis. So this guy's descanning like crazy right now. Watch. Apply 3 points of warp, scramble, strength to him. I'm cloaked right now. I want you to count the seconds from me decloaking to him being scrammed. Ready? Not a whole lot this character is going to be able to do here. 3 seconds until he ate a scramble from cloak. Right? This is why in J-Space, I tell people not to hack unless you live there. The other reason is because there's so many wormholes that get in the way, it takes forever to scan any actual sites. Anyway, I digress. Now, to Yvonne's point, you should be descanning in J-Space. Absolutely. You can catch people coming in through the holes. It just isn't guaranteed to save you like maybe other situations, right? Insta-lock Nemesis or one with a locking rig? When someone says insta-lock bomber, they're talking about a bomber that's been retrofitted for tackle instead of torpedo duties, basically. You can put SIBOs on it, you can put locking rigs on it, you can put all types of stuff. But what doesn't work is the cloak penalty reduction things, because there's no cloak penalty for bombers. But what we're trying to kind of get right to the cause is that bombers allow you to catch people even if they're perfectly aware, even if only one time did somebody get away from that. And he was pre-aligned in a Synesis, so fair play to him. He used his 4 seconds wisely. Little gas sight there. Okay. Keep it moving. You can lock all the explorers before the warp except a sub 2 second Astero. I never... Well, I mean, you know, with a covert cloak, you'd have to prevent them from cloaking to lock them, right? You're talking about on the site. Got it. Yeah, but the thing is, nobody has reaction times good enough to get out. It's just not really a thing. So an Astero has your 2 second warp, you're right. But you have 2 seconds to even notice what's happening. Find the thing to click and do it. You know what I mean? I've never had an actual explorer get away from me, ever, with a bomber, ever. Only one time a guy got away, and he was in a Synesis, like I said, and he was dread ratting. So it kind of makes sense why he'd be on the ball. I was actually impressed by him noticing. This scenario Clover show is probably once in 100, unavoidable. It's definitely uncommon, but I'm not the only guy that does it. I mean, there's probably hundreds of people that do it. It's just you're not going to see the insta-lock bomber that often, but you need to be aware of its existence. Because a lot of people will try to get you at Artie Lokis, right? Or they'll bring like an interdictor to you, and you can always get away from that if you're really good. It does take the Artie Loki enough time to lock and blap you. You have time to get out, especially in your little Asteros. But the bomber doesn't allow that. I used to watch Wingspan. Yeah. Shout out to Chance Ravine. Yeah, no doubt. The kid. I think he's back doing stuff, maybe. I don't know. So the point is, like, you're both right, and you really shouldn't argue. Yvonne's point is that descanning will catch most attacks, and you need to be doing it. I agree. The other point is that there are attacks that can't be caught. They're both true, I think. Oh, potential candidate. It's going to be this is way too easy to scan, I think, for a ghost site, but let's see. Are there citadels in here? Let's find out. Yeah, over here. Let's see if they're in the Fortizar. Just in case I got lucky. No, it's one of the detected things. Done it occasionally. What's up, Nakrar? When we lived in C3, had our static near Jeddah, we got a ton of traffic. Yeah. Farming explorers with an insta-lock bomber is very easy if you have a high-sec static for sure. Detect decisive true to you. Well, yeah, I'm kind of skipping the normal hacking, to be honest. I might do a little bit if we find nothing, but... So we can tell that both of them are in there. So if there was something here, we could take it easily with no risk, right? Surprisingly, a lot of people don't know this. Every time I point out that there's people in here, people always ask me how. Somebody always doesn't know this. So just to tell you, if you're too afraid to ask, when you click a citadel, there's a little number here in brackets. That's how many people are docked, right? Pretty important to understand that. You can get a lot, what's the phrase? More ballsy if you are aware that they're docked up, yeah? What if they're hiding around with a curse or Hugin or Latch or something? You can't see that on D-Scan? True. D-Scan is a prophylactic you cannot ignore. It's just, it's less effective in some situations. That's it. Might be time for an old-fashioned. Give me the cherry. There's a cherry in those, right? Give me that. You can have the whiskey or whatever. I'll take the cherry. I'm a man. I'm a man's man. Let me get that maraschino, fam. Show the Citadel bracket? Yeah, so here it is. So basically, if you click a Citadel, it'll say the distance and like vulnerable, but in square brackets is the number of people docked in the Citadel. Since there's 3 people in local, 2 people docked up, I'm the 3rd, we know there's nobody in space. It's kind of interesting. It's important to understand this. The Tengu is cloaked by your hacker. I love it. You can always put a combat ship with your prey animals, like when you're doing prey stuff. Oh, what is this? Uh-oh. That was a 2 AU scan that was fairly close. It didn't hit anything. Uh-oh. What do we got? This has got to be a 4. I'm guessing this is a 4 strength, just my intuition. If it's not, it was tricky. All right, it's a 3. It's a combat side. I'm gonna go cry now. Bye. So I talk about this a little bit, especially whenever we do scanning. But the strength 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of a signature is not actually linearly correlated, or sorry, linearly caused by the difficulty to scan it, meaning a 3 could be harder to scan than a 4. Traditionally, they're not. Traditionally, they are correlated to the point where a 5, of course, is going to be harder to scan. But in reality, especially with 3s, you can find some 3s that are twice as hard to scan as another 3. Somebody linked the numbers on this, and I didn't actually, painfully, I didn't actually bookmark it all, so I lost the resource. But somebody actually did the math on all this. It's pretty fascinating for the nerds out there. Let's keep scanning. A lot of empty space out here. I'm sure we'll find something. I got fucked too many times in J-Space to not to be aware and have some bait ready. That's awesome. Well, sorry you got fucked so many times. I've been fucked a few times in J-Space. My latest episode, I got fucked hard from Vita. I mean, and it was... I don't want to say it wasn't consensual, because I did undock. It was consensual. You know, I don't want to accuse them of being rapacious. But the idea is, you know, it got a little out of fucking hand. I didn't really care for what they did to me, in hindsight. Shout out to Vita. I don't think you guys are blobbers. I think you're having fun. Ruh-roh. So we're looking for sites that are pretty rare, by the way. We could go through hundreds of signatures and not find them. Just for the people watching that are like, well, why isn't he hacking yet? Kind of thing. It's like, well, you gotta understand, we're going for the rarest shit. We may not actually get it. Can you share your Nemesis fit? Yeah, there's really nothing special about it. You want to have at least 3 points of warp core or warp strength, right? So 2 scrams, 1 scram, 1 disruptor. You want to have a weapon system that ideally doesn't use cap. You want to have potentially 2 prop mods on it, different types. You want to have a web so you can hold it down. And you just need enough damage to whittle it down. So some autocannons or some. If you really want to catch explorers, you put a SIBO on it. And when you decloak, you slam the SIBO and lock them at the same time. You can put regs that make your targeting speed better if you're into that. Put hyperspatials if you're into that. Wormhole. Wormhole. How do Germans say wormhole? Is it wormhole? It's gotta be wormhole. It has to be. There's gotta be multiple fucking umlauts in there too. Wormhole. Wormlock. Alright, well, fine. Wait, lock? Does that mean hole? Is the Loch Ness monster a hole nest monster? Sending you a contract when Corey Lentz and Jetto to which tune? Me? You better not be sending me nothing, young man. I'm not taking your briberies. I'm not taking it. All right, I'm going to Needlejack again, I think, because this space is cursed and it's all detected horse shit. All right, one more jump. One last jump. We're in, like, the dumbest section of space. This is, like, the shit that renters from Horde didn't even want to have. Somehow there's sob upgrades, though. A lot of the detected sites. We could be doing these. Are these not... Wait, are these not Okay, those are the data ones. Are they not racial? The hell? Someone explain how the detected sites works and how they're not racial. That's weird. I don't want anything real. Thank you, though. Donate it to space charity instead. You silly goose. Rail's trying to send me stuff in jitter, guys. I'm not falling for it. This is how you entrap me and indebt me and then call in favors. I already know your game, bro. Hockey, what's up? Yvonne's like, I love getting screwed, though. It's fair enough. I mean, I guess there are people that don't like, you know, the whole sex thing, but most of us do. But I'm glad that you enjoy getting screwed, Yvonne. It's good. I'm glad you could share that with us. Coming out of your shell there, yeah? Level 2, can skip that. Let's do this one. Doing big, stinky, huge scans here over and over again. You can see me overshoot constantly, and that's by design. I'd rather do a few more scans habitually than have to constantly go back and deviate. You understand? The worse your skills are, the more you should be prepared to not negotiate with the scanner. Instead, just give it what it wants. He sends you a contract and you double it? Shit. Outplayed. Level 3. I can't not have max scanning skills anymore. I think I'm just going to go back to Tabby with this guy and then do an NPSI, actually. Dwayne, you want to play or not? You watching today? And the reason is I didn't even bring my black glass with me. It's like kind of a bust. That's okay. I'll give you guys another exploration stream this week. Because free kills. No, the reason I want to go do an NPSI is because I just fed in a pacifier and I want to bury it so nobody sees me. See how I just whiffed that one? Zoog PPCs to give away for fun? Okay. I don't think I should give them away. They're like worthless, aren't they? I'll attach them to other things. He's like, here, take this plastic packaging. Give it to somebody who needs it. I'm just kidding, real. Well, I'm kidding about the shitty part. I love you. All right, so let me just show you real quick why Tabitzer is goated. Let's just do it like this. I'm going to run a Tabitzer from a random point in space. And I want you to pay attention. If you've never seen filaments, if you're new to the game returning, understand that we are here. We are here. See where we are? We're all the way the fuck up there. We're in the very top easternmost part. When we're done in a couple of minutes, whenever this stuff resolves, we'll be back in Tabitzer with no drama. Speaking of feeding ships, I did manage to get my first solo kill. Whoa, post it. Post it! Look at Scotty holding out on us. This motherfucker. These are the Louisiana boys. I swear to God, they hold back when they get W's. I don't get it. I don't get it. It makes no sense. Yvonne says, Glorkin, that was a comment to Dwayne because he liked the fresh victim CCB introduced with a direct connection from high sec to C4. Don't talk to Dwayne. Don't talk to him. He's a troll. Wait, it's still February. Fuck. Still Dwayne Appreciation Month. How is it still Dwayne Appreciation Month? This shit needs to not be a month. This needs to be a day. Let's be real. Next year, it's no longer a month. It is just one day. Singular day. And it's a day I'm not streaming too. I'll not be posting that. It was Condor with my hook bill. Post it! What are you talking about, dude? Dude, you don't understand. We're so proud of you. Even if you killed it with a Titan, we want to see it. Give me my goddamn day already. I feel like I had a couple days where I was respectful. I blame you, man. I blame you for everything. It's always time to be appreciative of the big D. Well, shout out to the little D's out there too. You know, I don't want you guys to feel left out. You got, you know, you can put on some nice clothes and go on a nice date. You mean the days you primaried me? I'm gonna do it again today. I don't even know why you're fucking around. But the idea, guys, here is, oh my God, look, we landed in Skarkin. Are you shitting me? God, I'm so good at this game. By the way, if you're wondering what I'm talking about, look at Skarkin. You see where we just landed? We just went from here to here, okay? We went from there to here. And look where Tabitzer is. It's like right next to us. How could he be this good at the game? I don't know. I don't know. I don't have answers. What I'm going to do is I'm going to scan these wormholes down with my D-scan and see who's on the outside of them. Yeah? Nobody's on these damn wormholes. I think I'm going to have to resolve them a little closer and get the 5 AU or 5 degree scan on there. What's cool about the wormholes in Pochven is that they're kind of like these weird quasi-reverse statics, almost like drifter holes. And you can D-scan them and see the type of rats that are on them and get an idea of where they're headed before you even finish the scan. Proximity ability. I think I'm going to try to yeet out through the wormhole, but yeah, I got a prox on me as well. What's really cool, and this is going to be part of my Tabby video later this year, is that if you, for example, I just had my guys move their blops from Curse to Tabby, right? So if you use this filament and end up in Skarkun, you can Sino jump from here to the Tabby station, from here directly to there. So I did it earlier. I ripped the filament. I landed in Skarkun 1 and 6. And then like 10 seconds later, I jumped directly to Tabby. And I was in UW9. Dude, I love Eve. It's so sick. This is slightly more advanced. Maybe new players are lost. But the idea is we're shortcutting around the galaxy using this Pochven mechanic and its various filaments. It's wild. Never been to Pochven? Yeah, this is definitely way past basics, I'd argue at this point. I'm just trying to see what these SIGs are real quick while I daydream. All right, let's get these up out of my face and look at these worm locks here. Worm locks. Let's resolve this one again and then we'll check out which is better. If we don't find a wormhole directly out of here, which we will, I'm assuming here, but if we don't, we'll wait another 10 minutes in proximity filament and that'll be all she wrote, and then we'll probably fire up an NPSI and shit. Here's the kill. Uh-oh. Scotty's first solo kill. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a fucking W, dude. I don't know why you're hiding this. This is beautiful. This is... Wait a second. My man did... Wait a sec. Whoa, wait a second. We have the lead number and the Nazi number in the kill mail. What? He did 1337 damage and the rat did 88 damage. What? What is this? Carefully planned. How did you do 1337 damage on your first kill mail? Also, fuck this Nazi rat. Anyway, yo, congrats, dude. He was sitting at 0. It doesn't matter. Most of the kills you see are because someone made a ridiculously embarrassing mistake. I just lost a pacifier because I was doing a ghost site on the other account and I suck. You know what I mean? Like, that's how real kills look. It's awesome. So if we scan this, we're actually looking at, those are, sleepers? Yeah, okay, sleepers. So let's scan the other wormhole real quick and see where that goes. You gotta be super careful. I was talking to my corp about these earlier, but these things have like honeypots set up, like crab traps set up. If you see a bubble, don't sleep on it. Chances are it's there to kill you on the wormholes. It's pretty nuts. The rats are way stronger than you realize here. Yo, good for you, Scotty. Guys, never feel ashamed to brag here. Like, I was making fun of Tank in my Discord the other day, yesterday, because he was kind of flexing kill marks on his cheesy nightmare. But the truth is, like, if you're a new bro and you got a kill to post, please post it. I'd love to glorify it and make you feel good. Especially young Scotty. I mean, come on. So we're looking at this. This is a class 2 wormhole. You can tell by the little extra thing right there. So now what we're looking for. So let's try this one. If we D-scan this one, what's on our D-scan? Ah, Republic Fleet. Interesting. So there are Minmatar rats on this wormhole. Let's warp there, shall we? Very interesting. Minmatar rats on my wormhole. Could that mean it's Minmatar space-based? Interesting. Interesting. What do you mean? We're going to Tabby, which is in Minmatar space? Wait a second. It can't be this convenient. I'm just over here fucking manifesting destiny is what I'm doing. Oof. Look at that. Look at that. All right, that's actually kind of clean. I somehow warped at the perfect angle at 100 to where I don't even need to ping off. I can just go directly into the wormhole. By the way, this goes to high class, or high sec, and it goes to High Metropolis. And it's going to end up really close to Tabby Watch. Just watch. Just watch. Wash me, do wash me. You're looking for eating con rat? Yeah, you'll basically see like friendly style rats on the wormholes. So you can skip the one. If there's like 5 wormholes in Pockman, you can kind of seriously figure out where they're going before you even go. I warped to the other one just for fun, but... Alright, so let's see how close to Tabby we are. Let's look at the map first. Hold on. Four jumps from Tabby. Basically, I think we're about as far away as we could be. Almost. I think we landed as physically far away as we could. Maybe Unertech would be further, but this is about as far as it gets. Kind of cool. So now we're just a couple jumps from Tabby and we just head out. So this is why Tabitha is very powerful. There's another distinct reason why Tabitha is very powerful. Because when you have this shit scanned out like this, look at the routes module. This shit pops off. It pops off. You can get to Thera, Jitta, Dodixie, Turner. Anywhere you want to go, you can get there from using a combination of Thera, Turner, and Tabitha. But you have to scan Tabitha yourself. By the way, Chlorocode is recruiting. We are a Tabitha base corp. Gave a good christening to my new corp ticker. What is it? I'm ashamed to post kills because I'll show my ridiculous deaths. Nah, you should post your wins in my stream, seriously. Other people do it, you should too. It's not like bragging unless you're like not new. If you're like an experienced player posting herring kills, okay. Okay. But if you're like getting your feet wet, please share your kill mills. It's so cool. Did you really, Dwayne? I don't even remember that story. I had a court mate lose an orca, sadly, but he's learned. Who's a? Oh, this is your corp ticker. We kill on sight. Is that your ticker? What if it's kiss on sight? Do you kiss on sight? By the way, sorry for the lame exploration stream here, or the stupid exploration. I can't stop being ableist. Sorry for the not satisfying exploration stream here. I'll do another one probably tomorrow. I just want to do an PSI. I'm kind of just feeling it, so I'm just going to change plans. I just want to show you the cool mechanics, though, at the very least. Kiss on sight? Really? Is it? No, you're kidding. Herring kills are meant to be enjoyed in silence. Well, I think if you're brand new, you can share your herring kills. Otherwise, you know, maybe wean yourself off of the heron drip feed. All right, we're almost back in Tabitha. You see how easy it is to get around. We went to nullsec and back with zero fuss. You know, granted, at this point, I'm, you know, mid-game, beyond amateur scanner, so I have some insight as to what to do, where to go, how to do it, what I'm planning on getting out of it. But these skills are transferable and easy to pick up, so. By the way, shout out to the huge clouds that are on the Tabitha gates. They look cool as hell. The Tabitha gate, all of the out gates have these huge clouds with storms inside. I just had different colors for Neocom icons. This is brand new. You just right-click on them. They just added this. What's up, Bobar? You just right-click them and do icon color. Spiro says, I've been experienced from my first MPSI fleet today. A guy locked me up in the melee and did 30% of the damage on me. Was it a friend? A friendly fire incident? We have some of those in our fleets too. Oh, God. Sorry that happened to you. I've had my lineman kill me before by accident. Scotty says, I lost a heal in an expensive pod once because I didn't switch clones and chase out of an escalation into Rancer. Yeah, yeah, and they'll get you in Rancer, of course. They have the tools. Poor Scotty. I lost a Vagabond to Los Shania like 12 years ago. It was a 1 billion-isk afterburner Vagabond. I think they used a carrier to kill me. So. You're welcome, Bobar. It's brand new. Don't worry. It's not an issue of knowing. So the reason I really kind of ducked out and switched gears here, beyond just wanting to do some PvP, I think, is I didn't have the right implants on. Now, one downside to Tabitha is that there's only one station. There's no repairs or clones in that station. There is a Freeport Fortizar, but I'm telling my boys that like at any point, Parallax could get sick of us and just blacklist us from it, or whoever owns it, if it's not them. So I'm telling them to use it sparingly. You can get your ships out, but getting the clones out is impossible. You kind of remind me of David Hopper from Stranger Things. I actually oh, okay, yeah, I haven't watched Stranger Things, but I've heard that reference before. I know who he is. My girlfriend likes Stranger Things. Yeah, I kind of do look like him. I think he's a more handsome version of me, though, personally. Yeah, no, we definitely have similar faces, 100%. What's up, 312? How goes the stream? Stream's going well. I just went out to nullsec and back. Didn't hack anything, but talked about some cool travel mechanics. Gonna do it in NPSIs in a little bit here. Is Tapestry somewhat friendly to solo players? Sure. Well, no. Well. Yes. But I have a corp that'll allow you to join. And you can do your own thing and use our map. So we have a Tabitzer map that we all work together to maintain, and you can join and use it as well. And this allows you to actually kind of tap into all this. You can also just come here on your own and do it, sure. But the problem is, and why I hesitated, is because when you're in Tabitzer trying to scan it down on your own, the locals will roll the wormholes violently. They'll roll them over and over and over again to the point where like you're going to get discombobulated if you're on your own. But you can. Don't sell yourself short. And you live in space, he reads other people's. I bet your girlfriend thinks you're the better looking one. Maybe. I like to say that my attraction comes from the personality. Appreciate you, Jung. Yeah, no, I remember seeing him after people mentioned that, and I mentioned it to my girlfriend, and then I saw the show and saw him like, okay, that actually does look like a little bit like me, actually. Like, a little bit. I always thought that I had like, we won't get into it. Nationalities and shit, who cares? I have to say, the only death where I was mad was the one when 25 people jumped on my venture. That's why I'll never have a good time with Wormhole PD clowns. Oh, shots fired. Vinegar, Douche, and Shambles. I can't throw these stones, bro, because I'll be putting 4 or 5 guys on the Heron too, like an absolute chuckle fuck. Wormhole Police Department and Wingspan are both... They're both pretty ruthless when it comes to ganking the smaller targets. It's true. Only deaths to get on my nerves is when people join faction warfare just to bubble camp a gate. Ah, yeah, with the lawless stuff. Yeah, faction warfare is fucked up, Scott. If you can find some fun in it, I think you're doing it right. But don't expect that shit to make sense half the time. Yeah, I got you, Junk. That's how I feel. I got baited uncovered and Snuff dropped blops on me. There you go. Yeah, Snuff don't play. Oh, goodness. So, yeah, I just want to say, obviously, you know, rest in peace to the passy today. I just want to say, like, it is fun to be here. I try to show off the type of stuff I collect from here. This is basically my folder of loot I've explored to collect from Tabitzer since being here for a few weeks or whatever it's been. And you can see the loot. Granted, it's 6 billion ISK, which, you know, to New Bro is a lot, but I put a lot of effort. Oh, sorry, there's actually ships in here. These shouldn't be in here. So it's 5 billion ISK. You can actually see, that seems like a lot, but I put way too much effort for this in here. But it's been fun. I had a courtmate say the deads and stuff were getting boring because the it just takes forever to kill all the rats. True. But I kind of say, like, the way to look at exploration combat is that, like, there are pockets where you just have to kill a million rats, but otherwise it's pretty dynamic. Whereas a haven is just killing rats until you get blue in the face. It's nice. Yeah, this is all from Tabitzer on this guy, or these characters specifically for here. And you can see most of it would be from combat exploration. But we also got a little bit of gas. And we've done some of the little local sites, and we've done some sleeper caches and ghost sites here, the Shattered Villards. But pretty much all this other shit is going to be from combat exploration. 5 inches solid. Well, yeah, but I would so this probably took me 5 times the duration of 5 instrumentals, so. But fewer counts, technically. Yeah, it's all relative. The point I'm trying to make is this is fun to me. This is RuneScape shit, where you're going out and collecting lottery drops and just stacking them up and having fun. This is fun to me. This is really what kind of drew me into Tabby in the first place. On my Discord, I kind of talk about the system itself. Maybe I can pull it up. Tabitzer is a low-sec system in Heimatar. After the 2025 Drifter Crisis event, it was bestowed with special properties. Notably, it has a large amount of static wormholes and special Drifter sites. Because Tabitzer has 9 or more static wormholes that respawn nearly daily, it can be thought of as a revolving door of content. Each day there's a new high sec, 4 low sec, and an low sec static, as well as other JSpace statics to play with. So the premise is that like it's kind of like wormhole living and day trip living kind of combined. So it's really cool. It's a little bit harsher than you would like, but that's almost the reason why nobody's here. Parallax does this as a routing tool. It looks like they use it to get their guys around, their fleets around. And so they just roll the holes with impunity, but there's plenty of room for explorers to come in here and little PvPers to come frag people. So yeah, exactly. I also lost the Proteus in here too. At one point I rigged a site wrong and died to it. So there's also loss in here, one loss. Boom, boom, boom. I just found a way around it to the shipcaster. Yeah. Fair enough. I mean, shit, I get salty all the time in this game, right? Some people just like to push your buttons. PvP in EVE is not real PvP. It's like weird. It's like some weird chat room experience. Are you permanently there? Yeah, so Jack the Needle, this is our headquarters now for the Corp. We're headquarters in Tabbits here. We're going to keep the foot in the door in UW9, but we brought all our blobs back here, right? I think the blobs are in here. Yeah, you can see I have blobs here. What's the lighting like in here? Maybe I can look at this. Slicer's kind of tryhard ship. Slicer is kind of a tryhard ship. Fun one, though. I've never actually flown one, but it's like quintessential kiting. What do you guys think is the rate of young players in EVE? So I actually have some insight into this because I make videos and stream. There's some metrics and stuff. You know, the average player is in their, mid-30s, similar to my age, from what I can tell. But I've met people that were as young as 14 that play this game. Through my Discord or whatever. They're kind of grown up now. I met them years ago, but I've met people that were very young. I've also met people in their 70s, 80s that still slap. So average though is your millennial or whatever. Retsuya, what up? Or before. What's the other system with tens of wormholes? There's Thera, there's Turner, and there's Tabbits. This is the one that was added in 2025. Turner's been around for, I can't remember, a while now. And then Thera's been around for a hot minute, over a decade. I know a guy that's a dinosaur old. Well, you got some new work done under the hood, so, you got a couple extra years from that. You're a cyborg. I'm trying to get out more brawling than kiting. It's hard to get on them in time. Yeah. I just remind you, Scotty, that every fight you should lose. So if you win one, be fucking proud. Just remember that little detail and believe me when I say, especially in Faction Warfare solo, and you'll get there. Brag about your kills, bro, for real. Why is Turner such a big thing? Yeah, Turner has a huge rack of statics as well. So it's where Deepwater Hooligans is headquartered, right? Turner has a much better drop range, though. We've talked about this in Corp extensively, but Tabitzer has a piss poor drop range. You see that? You pretty much only hit Molden Heath, right? There's really you don't hit shit. But Turner, on the other hand, let's see if I can't remember where it is positionally. Thought it was there. Okay, so Turner is here, and it has a much more relevant drop range, including access to the Rancer pipe and so on and so forth. So Turner is like an actual, and it's a midpoint from everything because it's centralized. So this is a great place to put caps and dunk on people on low sec. Tabitzer, not so much. It's only really one group of people that live here. Parallax and Darkside and stuff. So what they use it for is to station their fleets there and then to go through the holes at their command, and they can roll them on demand to get where they want to go every day. That's what they use it for. But that doesn't shut down people from living here and exploring and picking on them or feeding them pacifiers. Oops. Anyway, let's run this character back to Jeddah. Sorry, I'm just rambling, huh? Appreciate the kind words. Hell yeah. Sorry, I know I'm missing chats. I'm being lazy. I'm sorry. Jump clone. Yeah, so you can't jump clone back to wormholes, they're telling you. Yeah, so you're not allowed to jump clone or respawn in wormholes. How crazy is that? Isn't the Odie the perfect ship? No, the Odie can get decloaked and killed, sadly. I don't think it'll happen in high sec. But the Odie is a great ship. It's just, you know, I use it. But for travel, no. In my opinion. Sorry. Sorry to dismiss. You could use it for whatever you like. It's actually a great tool for all types of stuff. It's just not perfect for anything. And just to be clear about the Turner and Tabitzer and stuff, like, I don't know if what I'm saying is right. It's funny, like I end up being a primary source sometimes on a lot of these opinions. And that's okay, you could view it as braggadocious, but it's almost just like an interesting observation because I'm going out there watching what they're doing and telling an audience, right? That is the definition of a primary source. It's kind of funny. I can't imagine Tabitzer is well studied by Eve. There's no point. But I can tell you right now that every day there are rolling carriers out here that somebody could kill every day. It would be trivial to come in here for a large group and shut it down. Everything in this game is ammo. Hell yeah. Especially Twitch chatters. #1 ammo. I just blew like 20 chatters at someone. One day I hope to use the Titan to hack data and relic sites. Yeah. Yeah. I think the challenge would be orienting the data analyzer to actually reach the thing. No, I know it doesn't work that way. We have broken unsub buttons. All right, let's change topics before they take away all my money. Chloro sent a corp request to join in game. Oh, did he? Let me check. Maybe I can get him on here live. Hey. All right, okay, I can get you in. I basically just got to add you to a spreadsheet. You know, run some facial analysis on you. You know what it is. Just kidding. Let me get Ingenic in the corp, yeah? What character is it? Ingenic. Then we'll do a little NPSI. Ingenic has a uniform name across all his platforms. Love that. All right, so this guy comes in. Ah, you got rolls. Ah, you're gonna have to wait, bro. You got rolls. Ping me here when they've dropped. We'll see you here soon, Ingenic. That's awesome. All right, so let me just triple check and make sure I don't blow my Vedmuk pod here. I want to say what I could do here is I can use my timer to store the Vedmuk pod here. It's just a little bit silly to do it because we have the fort right there. Let me just go to the fucking fort. Let me go to the fort. I can't help but see the irony that your corpse is Chlorokitties and his home's nickname is Tabby. Yeah, and my scanner is called Tabby Cats. So she has a very bad Z kill now, though. So I'm so sad. All right, so let's go to the Fortazar. We can close her down. We'll give her a little break. The poor girl. I swear to God. Poor girl. She died doing what she loves, scanning down wormholes. But still, like, too soon. She was taken from us way too soon. This character she was like 10 days old, and she's already had a huge catastrophic feed. Hey, there's Providence. What's up, buddy? Look at this fatty. Wait, I shouldn't body shame him, I'm sorry. He's a big boy, though. Honestly, it looks pretty fucking cool. That looks pretty cool. Why are there's a stock ticker on the side of it? I've never seen that. Have you guys seen that? Did you guys know that was a thing? There's a fucking stock ticker on it. What? I didn't even know. That's awesome. I'm not cool enough to know this in the trading scene. Have you ever seen this? What the fuck? That's amazing, dude. What skin is it? What was it? Matabu or whatever. Dwayne typed it. Curiosity killed the cat. Inattentiveness killed the rat. The cat. The rat. Ooh, Freudian slip there. I'm a rat person. I'm one of America's millions of rat people. Refusing to engage with society. All right, let's triple check. Now we can store these in points, yeah? Beautiful. Let's, goodbye. And then we'll jump to this and save our timer for later so we can get back here without having to shuttle like a plebeian. And now I can kill myself in the game. Pod myself, sorry. Pod myself. I'm gonna pod myself. Shut the pod up. Might be a skin. It's definitely a skin, yeah. If this ship dies, stock market loses 10 points and some city-state will collapse. Top tier skin. Yeah, literally. That's like how the whole of Galente gets their stock news from that ship skin. You have it for an epithal? That's amazing. That skin is actually best. Best in class. Does Jack have any money? Oh, Jack has money. What the hell? What the fuck? Jack has cash? All right. Let's buy some thoraxes. Where are we going to tighten this fit up? Whatever. If it's good enough for old chloro, it's good enough for new chloro. Fuck it, let's buy a bunch. Oh my god, the X5s are twice the price. The X5 enduring stasis webifier. Stasis? Stasis? Static? The guy's name is Gambling Ad, by the way. Shout out to this kid's name. That's fucking awesome. All right, let's go out in like 10, 15 minutes. Yeah, if you'd like to join me, it's so easy. You just go to Jack the Needle chat in game and be like, hi, I want to join, or just type X or something like that. All right, it's so easy. We're gonna hand out thoraxes. Let me update the stream title. Bang. Free thoraxes, baby. All right, so Dwayne has to join me. That's non-consensual. He's going to join me. The question is, am I bringing Dwayne's alts, or do we got homeboys coming? All right, Trader's coming, Eleanor's coming. All right, yeah, we got people. Oh yeah, here they come. Bagfell, recent ChloroCutties joinee. Welcome. Where's my fleet chat? Oh, it's over here. What the fuck? You want alts? Well, I was figuring if nobody else joined, I could be like, Dwayne, you got some alts there, big boy? Start like soothing your ego. I'm going to play the beep boop twice. Once for entertainment, once for business. This is the entertainment run. Enjoy.
Capsuleers, welcome aboard Flight 420F with service from the Forge to Nullsack. We are currently third in line for takeoff and are expected to be in the air in approximately 5 minutes. We ask that you set your safety to yellow and ensure your ship is insured before takeoff. Please have your home system set to JITA, check your implants, and remember, toxicity is prohibited for the duration of the flight. Thank you for choosing Chlorokin Airlines. Enjoy your flight.
Enjoy it. Enjoy it before it's too late. Is there a website and bookmark photo for Tabby like Eve Scout? So there is a reason. This is such a cool question, and it's perfect. We need something to ramble about. There's a reason why Eve Scout doesn't scan Tabby, because the locals roll it like 50 times a day. Would we ever put a public folder out? Absolutely, but only if they stopped or we stopped them. I don't really care to stop them technically right now, but no, there's no folder because it gets worthless instantly during the day. But you can join us and have access to our map with one of your characters and use it for your corp. I don't care. If you join me, you're allowed to do whatever you want as long as you're not a shithead. So you can always have access to our map if you put a character in here. If you want. Just saying. Scott. I'm going to fucking... Oh, wait, no, it's Switch. I was going to say I'm going to something you. Pet you. I was going to pet you. But let's change it to something non-violent. I'm going to berate you. You can't warp core stab somebody on Twitch, obviously. For the NPSI, is there a particular fit we'll use or whatever we're willing to lose? I will give you a ship. In fact, I will give you unlimited ships every time you come with me. If you want to use your own, you can use another cruiser if you want, but just take what I give you, insure it, and then make a couple bucks, and maybe we'll get a kill or two, you know? The truth is that who knows what type of content we'll find, but we'll do our best. Usually it's pretty fun at some point during the day. We got 5 right now. Let's see. Ah, we got more people joining. Hell yeah. Arc. So another courtmate right there. I love it. Did I get American? Yeah, buddy. Open a trade anytime for a free thorax. Basically, these thorax are alpha friendly. If you're here in Jeddah and you want to come with me, open a trade, get a free little baby thorax. And basically, they're alpha friendly, but they still do enough damage to be a threat. So what happens is when you insure it, you make 7 million when you die. We maybe get some kill mails. Maybe I'll hand the money out to you guys if we rob it, right? What's up, buddy? Have a good MPSI. I'm out. Great day. Glad. How about a good rest of your day? Hope you have a good sleep. Here's to another 10 months, yeah? Yeah, we want to stick to cruises if we can help it today. Spy Cots, what up? Threaten me with a good time, says Scotty. Sometimes we bust open and say bring whatever you want, and that you can bring the Brutix then. I have a Brutix fit that's not bad, but we'll keep it uniform for now. Thank you for respecting that, by the way. It's always awkward when I tell someone you can't use a fit. It's always awkward, even to this day. I hate it. But I suppose if my role is to be the advocate for the fleet, I have to play that role, which I'm doing. So, no Brutix. But maybe later. Something wrong? Can I get another invite? Hell yeah, you can. But a third invite never will come. Only two. I'm just kidding. We'll get you in. Got any lieutenants here? I think we got a Dwayne, right? Dwayne can assist with my invites if I fall asleep and or disconnect. Yeah. You may be wondering why a non-courtmate is given the role of assistance. And the reason is because he's actually a lieutenant in the NPSI, which is not necessarily the corp. Very serious stuff, by the way. This is all very serious. Let me go turn a light on. It's getting dark in here. One sec. It is noticeably less DAC in here now. Any people from Boston here? Are you guys real? I don't know if people from Boston are real. I mean, I've been to like areas around Boston. I think I've been through Boston. Never like hung out there. I just don't think that accent is real. Whenever I hear that shit, I think it's just like a game, you know? Put your fucking khakis in the cat pack. It's like, who the fuck are you? Stop it. And they literally like, will look at you. They'll be like, oh, how are you? This is my friend Mac. Dude, it's so funny. I'm like, Mark. Oh, nice to meet you. Yeah, I know Mac for fucking 20. It's like, what? So good. Boston isn't real and it sucks at baseball. Whew. Should I go get the Yankees cap, Scotty, or are we leaving that off? You were in Boston? Okay. Son of a bitch. We have an actual witness. I'm pretty close. I should probably go there. Oh, goodness. All right. So here's the deal. Open a trade for a free ship. Hi. Open a trade for a free ship. Can use your own 2-1 cruiser if you prefer. We'll probably do a round by the end of the day if we go long today, where we open it up and do whatever. But let's see if we can get a kill or two with the thoraxes so we can trade up and then feel good, yeah? Y'all know the deal. Y'all already know what it is. It's just a matter of execution. So we'll go in 5 minutes from now, I say. So I'm going to play the beep boop. This time's for real. Listen closely. Listen to the beep boop cinematic. All right, be careful and make sure if you're a first timer, this is for you. You have to listen and read. Go.
Capsuleers, welcome aboard Flight 420F with service from the Forge to Nullsack. We are currently third in line for takeoff and are expected to be in the air in approximately 5 minutes. We ask that you set your safety to yellow and ensure your ship is insured before takeoff. Please have your home system set to JITA, check your implants, and remember, toxicity is prohibited for the duration of the flight. Thank you for choosing Chlorokin Airlines. Enjoy your flight.
Okay, so we have no block players. We have nobody that's war decked, low security status. Everybody's good to go, yeah? If you have a problem, now is the time to tell me. Otherwise, I'm going to undock and we will proceed with speed. Smoking weed. Wait, no, definitely not that. You definitely don't want to be smoking weed while you're robbing banks, right? One crime at a time, folks. Come on. Put the Lord's Let Us down for 5 fucking minutes and let's rob this bank. Come on. What skin should I choose, huh? I don't think I insured either. Damn, I'm the worst fucking example of all time. Let's insure and set a good example for the peeps, yeah? Docking permission requested. Is it still a crime in your state? Yeah, I live in Pennsylvania. It's not illegal for me to have cannabis. I have one of those medical card things, right? But with that said, yeah, it's still illegal. Yeah. It's also illegal federally everywhere, which means that if you sell weed legally in your state, you're actually breaking a federal law and you can be at any point in time prosecuted for it. It's kind of cool. Yeah, it's kind of neat. Good design. I'd say good design there would be my, you know, my analysis of how we handle cannabis in the United States of America. Strangely enough, though, there are some other countries that do it even worse. So shout out to those guys. It's rare to be worse at the US for some draconic practice regarding the war on drugs, but some people actually even do it worse, which is fascinating. When I land here at this safe spot, everybody can warp to me. I will announce it momentarily. I baited a few cats here. Straw cat, what up? What up? You laughing at how goofy I sound? Fair enough. I'm also giggling. I'm just going to type it one time more time to be courteous. Safety red or yellow. Home station set. No implants. And be nice. Or else. Thanks for coming. Appreciate y'all. All right, fleet's done. Good night, everybody. We're all done now. This is my stream. What I do is I needlejack. I don't hack anything. Return. And then I form a fleet and then cancel it instantly. So take care. It's been real. They're like, thanks for the thoraxes, sucker. And yeah, I'm just to be clear here. Yeah, I don't do drugs outside of caffeine and cannabis. So just to be full disclosure, yeah, I'm a little biased. But it is legal. If it wasn't consuming it legally, I would not be talking about it on stream. I can tell you that right now. But these days I try to play within the laws of my local enforcement officers because I don't want them to even know who I am. Pack the car. Earn, earned, and earn, earn. Earn, earned, and earn, earn. BUP is a drug. Yeah, I mean, we talk about drug addiction on this stream damn near monthly. And it always comes up that video games are, you know, analogous to actual drug addictions and stuff. And generally, we all know that, so. And the fact that I'm addicted to Eve, if you want to call it that, or whatever you want to call it, is cognizant of that for sure. I've been using MMOs specifically as an escapism, a form of escapism since I was 8. And I'm in my mid-30s now. Picked up cannabis when I was a young teenager and never really truly put it down. And you wonder why. Million reasons. One of them was I didn't feel right all the time. You know? Felt better. Which is fixable. You can fix that without weed. which is why I highly encourage youngsters to not smoke weed. If you want to try it when you're a little older, go for it. But I'm not your dad. You do whatever the hell you want to do. It's just I wish I didn't. I had more time to grow, to figure things out before I started getting a little, what's the phrase? Clinical with it, trying to fix things on my own. Very good. Almost everyone's here. Eleanor, almost isn't. Eleanor, I recognize this name. How are you? What's going on? When Eleanor gets here, we will head out the door. Make sure, of course, your safety is on red or yellow. It's very important. If you miss this part, you'll be called out, humiliated, and or exfoliated. That's bright. Brighter than 1,000 fucking suns. I remember my friend's mom saying she wasn't addicted to cigarettes, that she quit loads of time. Well, the truth and the reason why people are so delusional about their addictions is because it's not a good thing to be addicted. It means you have a problem, something's out of control. So it's easier for a lot of people, you know, myself and various points in life included, to just be in denial about it. But part of getting older for me is not like buying a sweet house. It's like confronting these contradictions, these delusions that I've built up, right? So anyway, I digress. Let's roll. Let's roll. Good luck. Have fun. Let's see what we got. We're not guaranteed anything when we do this, but sometimes it's really funny. So let's go. Everybody's safe through or was on red or yellow automatically. I'm going to get an easy clap in Fleet here. Sorry, in Twitch chat. That was good. Every single mother trucker on my entire squad had their safeties configured right. That's a good sign. Anyway, quick reminder, I'll link to the banks and I'll hand out the money depending on the circumstance to a random person in the fleet. So don't link to it. If you do link to it, try to unlink by burning away and I'll get on it. Sometimes these fleets, it's whoever links, but I just make it easier. No drama. Other than that, just shoot the person I broadcast, try to go to the destination I link and have a good time. And just try to stay in shape, you know? Omens are positive. Omens rule, yeah. You can tell PK's not here. He only flies an Omen. We have a Stabber and a Celestis. Cool. Cool. Cool ships. 30 seconds, we're out the door. Thank you for being here with me. I appreciate every last one of you. My Twitch chatters, my YouTube chatters, my Kick chatters, my X chatters. I'm just kidding. I don't stream to that bullshit. But every once in a while, someone's like, do you want to stream on Kick? And I'm like, I don't. I don't. But what I would do is I would do a video on AO if they wanted, if the leadership wanted to talk to me. But I don't think they'd want to. Anyone struggling, a hot tip, don't isolate yourself when quitting. Yeah, it's good advice. Guys, good luck. Have fun. Let's see where we land. PVY, get some of that gambling money. I'm good. I'm good. I'm struggling enough with my ethics as a normal consumer. No banks here in Vino. That's just awesome. Can we shoot over to Tribute from here? How far away is that? All right. So we're gonna obviously get freaking murked doing this. We either go to Oasa and look for a bank over there. How far away is that? Oh, it's only 2 jumps. All right, let's do that. We're gonna go here and look for a bank, right? We can do this remotely. Go here and I'll link another desto. This is gonna get us into the east at least. Maybe there'll be a bank out there. Let me start looking for a bank out there. There's nothing within 10 out there, huh? Wait, that can't be right. Is this within region? There can't be no banks out east. Is that right? Dwayne, help. Should we run to 4H instead? If we go out east, there's no banks out here? That's pretty insane. Otherwise, we can run right to frat space. The problem is we're probably not going to make it, but I'm very confused. Let's just go to MT and we might double back around. I thought agency was returning based on regions, and it's definitely not. I'm an idiot. There's literally nothing at all. Life is hard. So what we've been doing lately, whenever this happens, we just start shooting each other, but I think we can probably find something. Worst case scenario, we burn like 8 jumps and we'll go to frat space. It's just kind of unfortunate. I can't imagine there's no banks out here at all. It's just that they're not showing up. Maybe it's a long route through here. Damn, that sucks. Would love the dankest of ideas. All right, so we're back in Bankland. We're probably just gonna sit on a shitty bank in Needlejack. Is probably what we're gonna do. That's probably what we're gonna do. All right, so rob this shitty bank, then we will Needlejack again. Bad location. All right, so let's just go there. We'll buy a little bit of time. We just got about 12 minutes left, I want to say, before we got to roll. We're going to go sit in a bank so we're safe, and then we'll Needlejack from there and try our best. If we get hunted on the way out, we'll just Thunderdome and go again. See a Pagel? I love co-op ships in Eve. One pilot, couple of gunners, engineer. Yeah. I feel like one of the tests to see if someone's like a bitter vet is like, have they reached that point where they realize like thinking about cool things for Eve is kind of futile and not self-serving in some ways. What do I mean by that is like there's so many cool ideas you could add to this game to the point where you could spend all your time thinking about ways they could improve it. But like after playing for a while, you just kind of like, all right, well, at least they have this. That's nice. Not thinking about all the things they could add because it'll drive you nuts. But there's no issue with pointing it out. Don't get me wrong. Still love. 98 people watching us today. Whoa, that's a lot of people. 37 on YouTube. Y'all are out of your dang minds. You can't be watching me. Mr. Hairline himself in the flesh. One of the strings of my guitar snapped 2 days ago. My whole world's falling apart. Whole world's falling apart. I'm not salty about it? Hell yeah. Nah, I'm just laughing because like, yeah, I still get lost in thinking of ways to tweak the game to make it neat. But I feel like at some point that just gets extinguished when you realize their development cycle the way it is. We told us fix your problem. I gotta come in tomorrow. They're trying to help me out. Surviving, mate. Surviving. All right, so we're basically gonna rob like this pitiful little bank. Thank you. We're basically gonna rob this pitiful little bank next door to me right now. But it's only because there's nothing to rob. So we're gonna use it to kill some time, and then we'll fly out and we'll try to Needlejack again together and hit a more prosperous location. If we just strike out nonstop, we'll do a couple Thunderdomes and pad the kill board, and then we'll find something else to do. But we're gonna at least try 2 or 3 times. Don't get me wrong. These things go from like boring as hell to like, wow, we just killed a nightmare. Like from 0 to 100 real quick. Like, I don't know if y'all caught it. Last week we killed a 5-Billisk Loki, would be my estimation. Also a bunch of other cool things on top of that. But that was obviously the little man sitting on top of the wedding cake, right? 5 minutes on this 50 million ISK bank. Jeez Louise. That's scary. 2 Ishtars and a Tempest. Just ratting their hearts out. Yeah, does anybody do nullsec ratting? Like, what's the point of dropping the MTUs for the Ishtar? Doesn't it just like announce that like you're not running a script and that people should try to target you harder? Is there any good loot from Haven ratting at all? Ever? I haven't done it since like 2014. Dwayne not in front of me? What's going on? This is so weird. Wait, Dwayne's probably already inside. Nope. Nope. He's right behind me. He's on my tail. It's not fair because I started going, I guess, before he even showed up. Ooh, Celeste is too slow. All right, so let's rob this. We'll use it to buy time. We'll go and hit another one. Easy peasy. We'll stop stressing. Appreciation, remember? Fuck. Well, I mean, that's not giving you free W's. I mean, that's what is that? Come on now. Let's tar and Tempest warp to the gate. Yeah, just friendly reminder, we're not actually going to catch anybody outside of the banks. It's always so tempting for people. One thing at a time. But the intel is cool. I'm not telling you not to type. We're just going to take this bank. I'll just drop the jet cannon on the floor. First person to get it can hold it. And then I'll hold it for the next bank. We'll rob the next one. I'm going to assume we can look at the agency to kind of get a sense of the banks. If you open the agency and go to any distance here and you sort it by something like 500 million, right? You can see that there are a couple banks. Just walk this back down to like 300 to see the actual activity. Not really that many banks, actually. I'm not going to lie. It won't be super easy for us to hit a fat bank, but if we do 200, there's still an assortment. I think next Needle Jack, we'll cross our fingers. If they start adding the Lucan account for 30 to 40% additional ISK, what? Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was like 1%. Seriously? I don't know if that means there's a lot of loot or the payment is so piss poor. Let's hope they reship. That would be really funny. Over 55 mil. What's up, Breezy? Thank you. I use all the minerals, so I pick it up. Kimura, that can't fit. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's fine. I don't have any issue with so the strategic reason I think maybe using MTU might not work is because like I think, and I'm just gonna speak off the cuff here, but I think people that like, you know, do the Ishtar botting, I don't think they use MTUs like exclusively. So you're kind of giving away that you're like attending to the character when you use it. Why the giant cursor, by the way? Yeah. Why not? You know what I mean? I'm doing the dance for this YouTube chatter, but he can't hear the music. So he just sees me acting weird. JA5. So at this point, since nobody's really attacking us, you know, we're probably just going to rip a Needlejack and hope for the best. But going east is an option. Going to Frat was also another option. But going to Frat, doing a long pilgrimage to Frat never works out. Never. Their interception game is best in class. But going out here, we could have done that for sure. I think we'll just Needle. I think it'd be fun to scratch the lottery, take it off one more time, see where we land. You want to see a giant cursor? I got one for you. I got a fatty for you here. Ooh. What's she getting? She growing. She growing. Thick girl. That is a fat cursor right there, ladies and gentlemen. Only Twitch chatters can save me from the carpal tunnel. It's true. Look at that fucking mouse, dude. It's the size of the screen. All right, now we're leaving the screen. It's kind of like ship spun. You know, I've never ship spun before. Never in my life. Scotty says let him cook. Oh, Dwayne has released the lich from the shackles. Oof. Oof. Getting real, you know, action over here. Getting that Armstrong. You click that with a chonker, you rip a hole in the fabric of New Eden space. What up, Jerky? How you doing? We are depriving these lovely space engineers of their hard-earned 50 million ISK while we wait for greener targets. Because we're goobers. Well, I'm a goober. I guess I won't speak for them. By the way, friendly reminder, if you're in my fleet, that means you're not going to talk shit in local during the fleet. You can on your own time. I don't care. I'm not gonna search your Facebook posts, right, from AMPSI. But don't talk shit in the fleet in local, right? For example, don't go into frat staging where there's 450 people and I have 100 people watching my stream and say, sup, artards, to them. Don't do that. Don't do that. That is a huge spiritual violation of the Chlorokin NPSI train. But what you can do is say good fight when you win or lose. Right? You see a bank in IG. How far away is that? You see... Okay, so that would be the main bank. We are robbing the main banks. That's likely a reserve bank. The reserves take an expensive key to open and slowly pay out ISK. We will get killed and chased off of any reserve we open, generally. And the keys are 1 bill, something like that. It's regional. So the reserves are a bit of a trick. Only look at the main banks for this one. Thank you, though. If you're going to do it, find a better install. Well, true. There's that argument, too. All right, everybody, let's turn our prop mods on. Burn out of this bubble. I'll fleet warp us. We'll rip a Needlejack. Burn out with props on. I'll fleet warp us when we're all out. We'll try again in a minute. I don't think the locals are going to scan us down, so I'm not worried about ripping it. If we ever go to chain Needlejacks like this and they attack us, we all just start shooting each other. I don't give a fuck. They can nerf Needlejacks, but they can't make me give a fuck. Did your plumbing fix it? I got a guy coming tomorrow to try to fix it. I've been trying to fix it myself. But there's major problems, so I just have the water shut off now. I just have the water main shut off. Cool. Thank you guys for caring and following up, though. It's very sweet of you. Like I said, it's a shitty house, so. Shack style. Fine, less of a problem in Eve. The conduct and base, respectful tone. Older player base has its quirks. Maybe I talk to too many people these days. There's definitely some shit heels in Eve for sure. I will say that the people that are nice in Eve tend to be really nice, and there's a lot of things you can do in Eve to help people. So the positive side of the community is really overwhelming, and you know, maybe it's just whelming, right? But there's no way for me to say there's not like a contingent of, you know, shitbirds that play this game like other games, you know. Not that that was your argument, but I feel compelled to kind of play devil's advocate for a second because, you know, I had some pretty wild people I've ran into over the years. I'm not talking about people that are like banned from stream. I'm talking about like in the game. Twitch is its own thing. I don't even know if you can call Twitch chat representative of Eve players. Maybe. I don't know. I just know I don't do giveaways anymore, and it seems like, you know, there's still value here, so definitely can't all be bots. You guys can't all be bots. Some of you, sure. All right, probably. But not all of you. You can't all physically be bots. It's just not, I just don't believe it, that it's possible. All right, we're going to YOLO a mining point. We're going to YOLO a mining point and just hope for the best. If there's a mining ship, a mining thing there, then so be it. No giveaways, I guess I'm out. I am Spartacus. I am Spartacus. I am Spartacus. Damn, I opened a can of worms with that motherfucker. What's up, Hussein? How you doing? Welcome. I'm like, oh, man, I guess my chat isn't bots. You're like, no, hold on a second, mister. Hold on. We are all bots, actually. All right. Let's bang out. Oops. My little beard is touching the mic here. It's getting intimate. All right. Let's do a little Needlejack. Hope for the best, yeah? Good luck. Make sure to not drift off. I got y'all on regroup right now. Let's see where we land. Will we land in frat space proper and have a way? By the way, don't shoot each other. Yeah, okay. You guys know this. You shoot each other in this fleet, it's really bad. Only when we call it. What up, Breezy? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Once again, we were talking about Tank's nightmare yesterday. And I was like, Tank, shut the fuck up. You're bad. Everybody hates you. Kill marks are lame. You're bad. Did I mention you're bad? And Breezy's like, well, hold on, buddy. Like, why are you being such a dick? I'm like, you suck too. You can get it too. And Breezy was like, jutsu or something, and like put up a shield. And I just dissipated and de-escalated. It was great. Scotty's a bot. I fucking knew Scotty the Body. Ooh, there's his new fucking name. Scotty the Body. Little body B90. That's what the B stands for. Scotty Body 90. Hey, have a good night, Yvonne. Take care. So, Manus says, who you not calling a bot? I'll have you know. Super funny. No, Tank just pisses me off. Like, he's like kind of a friend of the show. I know he's neurodivergent, right? He's like my buddy, but he pisses me off. He only comes to my stream when he wants to brag about something. And he's like, yo, check out my nightmare. And I knew that a bunch of those kill marks, like 10 of them were from my fleet. Greg says they're all rigged anyway. Yeah, it's funny. I never rigged a contest on Twitch or Discord or anything, ever, anywhere. But it would be absolutely trivial to rob or to rig a giveaway. All right, guys, we got a 260 mil bank. Hey-yo. Hey-yo. Don't mind if we do get a little content. All right, so what I'll do is we'll rob this bank. If they don't come, I'll give out the loot to a random fleet member, and then we'll keep it going, yeah? How's that sound? What do you guys think about raccoons? Do you guys like raccoons? I fucking love raccoons. I think about raccoons an awful lot for a non-furry, normal, like fucking goober, cishead, whatever the hell you call me. The run-of-the-mill white bread style. I think about raccoons a lot. What? This motherfucker says they taste decent! Scotty, don't make me ban you for fucking raccoon cannibalism. Wait, you're not a raccoon. No! Don't eat. You can eat Fados, but don't eat the raccoon. Why would you eat a raccoon? Who the fuck sees a raccoon and eats it? Who does that? Oh, God. Stir-Fry doesn't like raccoons? Son of a bitch. I'm so mad. I shouldn't have made myself so vulnerable. They must defend the bank. We will ready your shotguns. It's decently popular record. Is it? That's insane. There's so, oh my God. That's like cat hunting. That's just insane. Anyway, I guess people will hunt anything, so whatever. But moving past the hunting, I fucking love raccoons. With those tiny hands. Yeah, dude. One of the saddest videos I've ever watched, ever. Video, movie, TV show, anything, was that fucking raccoon with the cotton candy that tried to wash it and the fucking cotton candy ran away. Dude, I swear to God, I almost want to cry. By the way, we're waiting for them to try to defend this. They have a lot of people here. They really should defend. It's either the vagabond. Oh, that's not going to do it. That's not going to do it. So he washes his cotton candy because you can't eat it because it could be gross. And it fucking dissolves. I hate this. I can't watch this. Look at him. He's in distress. He can't even cope. Oh my God. Anyway. So I saw a vagabond on long. He's not coming in because he's, you know, small baller, as Zarvox might say. I don't think about them all. I think about them constantly. They're so cool. I want one as like a pet, but like not a pet. I want one that's like outside that I can like talk to. I like that you can do ESS with a single cruiser. Yeah. Stabber Thief is hilarious. 3 minutes and 50 seconds left on the bank. God damn, Scott. Fucking those Southern boys are just built differently, man. I'm up here like, oh my God, he's so cute. Look at this little raccoon. He's so. I'm like buying him bows and shit. And this guy's like, let's see how that motherfucker tastes. It's like, wow. We're different animals, you and I. Anyway, I do eat meat. I can't throw stones. Imagine having a bunch of raccoons and going out at night with them. All right, that's stop. This is getting too much. This is getting too good. Have you seen the YouTube video of the older man that feeds? Yes. Yeah, I'm sub to him. Fuck. What's his name? Blackwater. No, that's not it. I'll recognize it as soon as you say it. Twitch moderated you? Oh, if you try to type COON, they get mad at you because of the slur. That's hilarious. Yeah, people call raccoons these things, but I don't call it that. I get worried. People are gonna misunderstand me. But that's a southern thing for sure. I know that's nothing by it. This is capture the flag and Eve. So basically, when you're rat out here in soft space, there's a bank that captures 40% of it, and random people can come and steal from that bank before it pays out. What's up, Zephyr? Less for letters of raccoon are racist. So, yeah, but people actually so say what you want, but in the US, in the South, they actually call raccoons that as well. But anyway, I don't care. In the North, we don't. Same with the possums, just little ones, yeah. Well, let's go past it, that, yeah. If you're gonna fly off in the middle of this because they bring too much defense, if you come back to the timer completely reset. Yeah, if you leave this inner circle here, there's a couple circles. The big sphere, the little circle, and then I guess that's it. And then there's a beacon here. If you leave the inner circle, it stops linking. The timer resets. Spain's my can, y'all know why. Racism ruins everything and we can't have fun. You guys are in an inner circle? Illuminati confirmed. I would definitely join the Illuminati. Why not? They probably got fucking mad good donuts and shit. No defense here, by the way. The gig is up. Wait, there's a scythe? What's he doing? You guys see that scythe? Scythe is on short. Wait, is that us? No, there's a scythe on short. Is the scythe coming in? Is the scythe coming in? If the scythe comes in, I feel like we just let him live and invite him. Why don't you hit the round encounters in these zones? People must be doing that. There's that much of the bank. Yeah, there's two. You can kind of do two things at once. This is kind of an arcade style newbie friendly fleet. We don't chase them down. We have done plenty of styles of hunting fleets. Scythe and E&I unlock? Alright, well, they're getting something together. They only got a minute. Should I relink? Nah, fuck it. Let's just take the cash. But you can actually combine an ESS fleet with a hunting fleet. We've done that plenty of times too, where you catch Ishtars on the way in and then you rob the money on the way out. I have the most fun with the simplest fleets though, so. Not really sure what the Scythe is doing on short, but I'm sure he's having a good time. Illuminati probably has good health care. Probably. I don't know if the organization provides it. I think Antifa provides health care though, at the Bureau of Antifa in Wisconsin. Probably have good health care. The defenders have to attack their own banks. Yeah, people do that, but the problem is when you take the money, there's another reduction. If you let it pay out, it pays it out in full. If you take it, you lose 15% or something like that, 20%. So there's an incentive to rob your own banks, but you do take a hit, which is called an ISK sink in this game, which could be construed as a good thing. I think it's stupid that you can rob your own banks, but obviously I'm a bank robber. Of course I'm going to think that. That's not to mean I'm right. So it looks like nobody stopped us again. Any banks nearby to rob? Interesting. Some jumps away is that. Do we suspect the locals will stop us? Should we needlejack again or not? So many people in local to not stop us. It's fascinating. All right, let's burn out. I'm not really worried about the scythe slipping in behind us. I don't think that's really going to damage our tank too much. All right, so let's burn out. We have a bunch of coupons here. What I'll do is... I'm going to drop them on the ground, and the first person that picks them up gets them. Congratulations. All right, so if you got the coupons, you can drop them in a Citadel. Otherwise, I think we're going to actually fly over to the one that's 7 jumps away. People are like, it's not fair. True. It's, you're right. It's not. E&I is joining us. What do you mean? No, he's not on short. I'll actually drop him on the beacon next time. I burned out before I dropped him. Sorry. Doesn't matter, though. An ISK sink is a good way to keep your ISK clean. All right, now you're just rubbing it in because the plumbing's fucked in my house. All right, Laurel, I see you. Someone says I think the Illuminati is more about who you know than what you know. Really? I guess I spend more time thinking about raccoons than the Illuminati. I don't really know much about the Illuminati. Do they have donuts or no? I'm gonna post Desto here in a second. Stay on grid. Stay on grid for a second while that whoever got loot, go drop it if you want. Rest of us will go to rob it. We could be caught on the way out. Remember, we're in a dead end here. They could easily kill us on this gate. If so, we'll reform. I don't even think I want to run. I might just die. See y'all there. Has anyone checked if Chloroquine's in the Epstein files? It's a good question. I haven't checked yet. I gotta look. I don't think I'm clouded enough. But maybe. Never say never. I would just instantly off myself. Just instantly like, oh my god. Fucking literal, dude. Alright, let's see if we're gonna get cooked on the way out. Are we? Alright, I'm gonna do a scout real quick. Bag, did you get the coupons? Good man, good job. I'm gonna drop them on top of everybody next time, sorry. I just dropped them without thinking. Alright, 23 people next door. Are they gonna kill us or not? Okay. Well, proceed to test then. These people are hands off. They're playing a combo element. They don't really have much in the way of interaction beyond duress and Thoughtseize. Can you put the thorax fit you're using in the giant needle? Sure, yeah. I mean, I hand them out. They're very friendly, alpha friendly, but I'll link it for you. You just trying to check if you can use it? Good to see you, Rob. The poor stonemason seemed to have fallen off. Stonemason, that's more like group shit. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. I'm on the Eve partner server. That's kind of like the Illuminati. So, yeah. Oh shit, speaking of that. I should probably claim those skins before I forget for a second month in a row. Oh, also, I learned they changed it from like 3-day codes to Omega to 10 3-day Omega codes I can hand out instead of the skins. What's better, 20 skins or 10 3-day Omega codes? Make your voice be heard, chat. Because, you know, this is a giveaway-centric stream. We're all about the stonk giveaways. 20 skins. You can use a MOA for this. MOA works. I have a MOA fit, but just make your own. You're fine. MOAs are perfectly acceptable stand-in. And if you want, I'll just buy some for you if you send me the fit when you're here. People say skins, oh, skins. I mean, 30 days of Omega is a lot, right? Yeah, I know. If we could give them to new bros, right? Wouldn't that be nuts? The people that are like, oh, I want to try the game. But the problem is people would immediately fake it, right, Scotty? As soon as they learned that I was handing them out to new bros, they'd be like, oh, I'm new. I don't see a way to do it. But it is interesting. Everybody says the skins. All right. Fair enough. Skins it is. So I don't know where the fuck we are. There's like a rattlesnake out here just chilling. Like we're in Branch right now. I don't think real people live here. I think the people that live here, respectfully, are a clever agentic AI. And we're just floating around because we're just out here robbing shit, flying around in pointless thoraxes. And nobody seems to care, you know? But I like that. That's good. All right, the question is, can I produce stacks from loose cracks? Hey! What the? He's duping again. This Chloroquine guy will not stop fucking duping. I'm in Frat. People in Frat confirmed agentic AI. Frat's my favorite block. Shut up. Because I'm a China maxing. Hold on, I'm duping. We need more. Enhance. Less JPEG. More skins. Give them. Keep them coming. It's amazing that there's no multi-skin entry option on the website. It is literally code by code. I think they originally wanted you to hand the codes out to people, but I feel like, in my experience, that people just don't know where to use them and just add more work to your workflow of trying to get people cool stuff. So contracting them works really well. Imicus Navy skin. Successfully duped 20 times because I'm a fucking hacker, right? Terminal hacking right here. Hack the Pentagon. .exe. Go. See? They're just hacked. That's it. See, if you join Linux, you can hack anybody you want. Because you get access to the terminal, which you technically have access to on any operating system. But you don't know how to open it. Right? Come on. Let's be real here. Did I not warp? Oh, fuck. The stiletto's going to catch me because I didn't warp. Well, I guess I'll have to kill him. All right, let's crash. This guy's kind of mean. Just keep warping. I'll just keep crashing. Dwayne, you want a link for me when you get there? Oh, is the stabber saving me? That's amazing. There's the Bargus! Dude, this guy's such a Chad. This is why I... Alright, yeah, I'm cooked. I'm super cooked now. Alright, let's see if I can kill the Eris, maybe. The Eris didn't bubble this side. Interesting. Dude, we're super cooked. Best in class intercepting, by the way. Let's see if one of these guys decides to actually make a mistake. I'm going to go back through the bubble side and try to blow up one of these tackle. Otherwise, rob the bank. I'm wondering if the Eris is going to red box on his own bubble on the other side and kill me. God, they have mad people here. The Bargus was number 2 on this scene, which is extremely questionable. There's the Leto. Okay. The Eris hasn't bubbled yet over here. I was hoping the Eris was going to bubble, and maybe I could get like the cleanest Eris kill, but no. Oh, they're warping away. Okay. Okay. All right. Did this Leto just sacrifice himself for me? All right. I'm assuming they're all going to the bank that we're robbing. Is that where they all just warped? Okay, so I'm just gonna die on this gate instead. I'm doing it for my people. I want to set a good example. If you get caught, don't just fucking squirt out like a worm. Just sit there, see what they're doing, and fucking put up your dukes. All right. You don't want to go down like that. There's the Leto. So did the Eris go through here? I refuse to descan at any point during this. It's just not happening. Leto punched. All right, they're literally responding to that bank. It had like 100 million in it and they came with the Bargus. Dude. These are my homies. If you guys weren't so far away, my bad, my bad. I'm still practicing needle jacks. My bad. So there's the Leto looking to hold again. Interesting. So you can kind of goof around on this gate, technically. But I suppose I'll just try to get in. So give the Leto a job to tackle me here. Can easily reach me from there. Okay, let's reapproach. I would love to catch one of these little silly things in melee range when they make a mistake. It would be really funny. Thanks, Eleanor, for saving me. That was nice of you. Somehow this is more interesting than whatever else was going on. Got to train Needlejack to 5. I know, I'm slacking. There's the Foon. All right. The Foon and the Bargas are pretty serious. Dwayne, might be a target to broadcast if they go to the ESS. I'm going to keep goofing around in here. Dwayne's going to call broadcast for you guys. Good luck. If you're not in there, Dwayne, appoint somebody else. There's the Ishtar in the game. All right. So the best kept secret in nullsec gameplay mechanics for people that are brand new to it is that, you know, you don't shoot anybody to the gates, let you keep using them over and over again, right? So there's this point where you can kind of leverage that. I'm in an extremely shitty throwaway ship, right? There's the heiress. I wonder if this dude's gonna red box me. That would be really cool. Is he gonna red box me? Stop, stop, stop. Ah! Can I kill the heiress? Please, please, let me blow the heiress's face off, please. He red boxed me. I think they got way too much damage on field. Come on, kill him! Please, it'd be so funny! Please! Oh, I got too far. Damn, I could have had it if I wasn't celebrating. I would have killed him if I just approached with the thing on. I just missed it, my bad. GF. Woo! That's the exact type of kill you can get in there. Imagine if that was Tech 2 and you approached it with the afterburn on. Guy insta-dies, you trade up. I think I killed him there with the Tech 1 if I just approached him. Seriously. I think I had enough time. We'll go back out in like 5 minutes when they die too. Whew. So going 7 jumps in certain areas is really tough to do. Since stuff's not popping, we figured we'd go for it, but you can see what happens. Inevitably, there's a fleet that chases you. Barg actually on short? Cool. So you guys will follow a broadcast from Dwayne, and then after that, if you guys win, by some chance, we'll Thunderdome and we'll reform. Thank you guys for trying to save me. That was fun. Actually, really enjoyable, honestly. I had an opportunity to do it, and that makes me happy. So let Dwayne broadcast, and then do your best. And if there's a second broadcast that's probably going to mean a switch, he'll type what to do. You're probably not going to grab anything, but try your best. This one is technically on me for being distracted and getting caught and slowing everybody down, so I take responsibility. But we robbed some banks. Wasn't a wash. Was nice for viewers. Yeah, we're going to go back out, don't worry. Standing fleets be hungry? Yeah, that was nice. That was good. No part of me is mad right now. I'm happy. That was fun. Putting head out of Jeddah? Yep. If you want to join up, Jack the Needle chat. You just can't be on a block. Can't be ward act, etc. Or whatever. They're fighting right now, though, so there's still a lot of people alive. So I want to make sure that they can focus and do a fight. So I'm trying to, you know, give them the good vibes. This is police brutality. I mean, I'm kind of invading them, right? It's not like I'm innocent. It seems more like defensive military action to me. Trust me. I know what's bullshit and what isn't in this game. That was cool. That was fine. Twain says hold. Watch if you're in my fleet, watch his calls in fleet chat. I can't see it, so guys, try the Barghest. Overheat on the Barghest. Try it. He says try it. It would be hilarious. You're probably not gonna get it, but it would be funny. You bring 2 teams. Just bring one if you can. Remember? Just one. Can I join as an alpha? Yep, you can join as alpha. These fits are actually super alpha friendly. I'm gonna go heat up my coffee real quick. Good luck, Dwayne. I'm rooting for you. Probably not gonna get a barg, but you know what? I love it. I love the audacity. I'll meet you guys in Got Primaried. Because I'm saying Dwayne over and over again. I'll be right back, folks. I'm just gonna warm my coffee. I need some juice. I have returned. All right, oh, good try, good try. Definitely not going to happen on the Barg, but I appreciate the. Someone says Barg was in Hull. Get out of here. Get out of here, guys. Meet back up in Jeddah. I will do another round. Free ships. Thank you for coming. A bit of a bummer of a round. We kind of just danced around, didn't find a whole lot, got intercepted. But you know what? There will be more bummer rounds. It's just a matter of sifting through the hay to find the needle, yeah? Oops, hold on. Free ships, why not? They're goofy. They will flap things. I want to say I could have killed that heiress, but I misplayed. Dropped the afterburner. That did it. But possibly wouldn't have got him anyway. Good to see you. Open a trade. We are not closed for business yet. I think there's still fucks to give tonight. Robbed a 200 miller. Dropped some loot on the floor. Somebody got something. Almost killed an heiress. I mean, shit. Did Zephyr not join? The value of the insurance went down since the last time I was on this fleet. That's awesome. Welcome to join. Remember, guys, if you are in a block, have low security status, you're not going to be able to join this. So don't make us look for you, please. I'm going to play the beep boop. We'll give it 5-10 minutes. We'll be out the door.
Capsuleers, welcome aboard Flight 420F with service from the Forge to Nullsack. We are currently third in line for takeoff and are expected to be in the air in approximately 5 minutes. We ask that you set your safety to yellow and ensure your ship is insured before takeoff. Please have your home system set to Jeddah, check your implants, and remember, toxicity is prohibited for the duration of the flight. Thank you for choosing Chlorokin Airlines. Enjoy your flight.
Yeah, Dwayne wanted to know if you could bring a chainsaw. Yeah. I just don't want to bring BCs right now because you saw how easy it was for them to catch us with just cruisers with a little bit of inattentivity. With battle cruisers, like they get to pick them off for free. We will have you folks X up in Jack the Needle chat if you'd like to join us. Open a trade with Jack the Needle. Right here in Jeddah, right? Anybody's welcome to join. You never know what's going to happen. Sometimes we fall on our face and get humiliated. Other times we dunk on people that we have no business dunking on. You never know what's going to happen. You have to be here to be a part of it. Trader Ming traded me like 5 times. He's like, hey, can I get more? Can I get more? Yeah, dude, you can trade me multiple times. Fuck it, I'll never notice. He's like, I didn't do that. All right, fair. My bad. Can Stella get an invite? Hell yeah. Ooh, this is a new guy. Odvaha Boha. Hello. Welcome. Yeah, you guys still got a little bit of time. Stand by. Make sure you insure your ships. Get a couple bucks back. If you're a new bro, this is very important that you get your 6 mil back. Otherwise, you're just wasting free money. The other thing you want to consider doing is triple checking your implants. If you bring implants with you and we just die for no reason because we got outgunned, we're not going to run, well, you kind of just made it a lot worse on yourself. Capiche? If you want to bring a cherry juice, you can. I don't really recommend it. It's 1/5 the price of the entire ship, so you don't really need to bring this. I bring it because I guess I'm just blowing chat's money when they donate me shit. Jump clone to an empty pot and Jeddah. Good lad, good lad, good lad. Open a trade for a thorax. I believe, did this person get in? There you go. Let me trade this person. I think this might be the last one. If anybody else needs a thorax, let me know. I'll contract one to you. Otherwise, I will undock and we will get ready to depart once again. We should do more like flight roleplay with this fleet. Whenever we get like trounced, just Ingenic. Yeah, I wonder how long I've been muted for. Wonder when I muted myself. It could have been hours. It could have been minutes. The truth is I'll never know unless I look at the VOD, which I'm not going to do. By the way, I need somebody to timestamp my stream. I don't know how you do it. There's got to be a way to do it. All you have to do is timestamp it and send me the timestamps of the subjects we do, and I'll fucking pay for your Twitch sub or your Eve sub. I'll do it. A real heavy-duty editor job where you literally timestamp what I'm doing. When you undocked, ah, shit. Sorry, guys. I've let you, what's the phrase? Be without the monotone for far too long. You have to be a modern access to Nightbot. Yeah. So that'll do the Twitch timestamp on the VOD thing? Okay. I wonder if I can get that through Fossabot too. Imagine having mods, yeah. True. Someone's combat scanning us? Good, good. Is anybody war decked? Because someone's combat scanning us right now, so it could be your ass thereafter. It's not me. If anybody has any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Sometimes I get frustrated, but more often than not, I want to help you have a good time, so don't hesitate to ask. Well, I'm not really worried about the technology on how it's done. I'm more interested in worrying about having somebody do it, because I cannot do it no matter what I do. So I'm gonna find some like new player that wants me to pay for his sub or something, who watches all the streams. Title change maybe? Yeah, I don't even change the title that much though. What I want is like a timestamp to like a conversation we had about like this topic, and then like, okay, this timestamp is then we did NPSI. So kind of like title changes, but whatever. I'll probably just have to pay somebody real money. Nowhere Narcosis, what up? Gifting all the fucking subs. Hey yo, Mr. Narcosis.
Autopilot jumping.
Thank you. Here's a question for you, buddy. Do you need any other heaters there at that shop, by any chance? Like, are you set completely on heaters? All you could ever need? What about your paintbrush ass hair? Because I may have a propane heater here that I gotta get rid of for free if you want it. It was shipped and refunded, and I can't use it. So you guys ever? Okay, all right. That was my first thought. So I'm probably just gonna like trade it to some contractor for work on the house or some shit. Good looks, bro. Thank you for the gift of subs. Much love. You got a jet engine? Yeah. This one's a big torpedo, but it hooks the propane. All right. Noah out here gifting all this stuff. Someone says insurance. Someone just dipped off. Wait, who dipped? Odva? Okay. We're going to give him a few minutes to come back. Thank you very much. That's too kind of you. I don't know why you gifted me sub, Slime. He's trying to get me to bring him chicken. All right, I will. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. The chicken delivery service is back online. When Odvaha gets back here, we're going to rip it. We're going to try our absolute best to find somebody and bop them on the nose with a soft object. You know what it is. Sergeant D follow the stream? Shit. We're in trouble. What's up, Inverse? Noah coming in here gifting all the subs. Too kind. Now grow the beard long so you can get a bun on top, on bottom. Yeah. Yeah, my beard, we're not going to grow too much more past it, unfortunately. Odvaha, unfortunately, unless you tell me what you're doing, I'm going to have to kick you. I don't want to. Oh, your guns were offline? Okay, good. Roger that. What are we up to? Bang round? Yeah, just chilling. I was doing some exploration shit earlier, maxing and relaxing, and got bored of it. Now, I'm taking the boys out, shooting people, getting our ass spanked. Playing Eve, just killing time. Kind of just being gamers, in a sense. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it at all. We even have some new blood here. Let's see. Let's do a safety check. Zephyr, check your safety. This is the part where we shame Zephyr. Beautiful. My ass was also spanked today. Listen, we have moms and dads and children that watch the stream. You need to watch your language there, bro. I lost a pacifier earlier I was telling him about. It's an expensive ship. Also, interesting name, pacifier. I always think of it as like, you know, pacification, you know? But it could also be construed as the baby pacifier. Because you'd have to be baby-brained to use it. If you're serious about having someone help you, yeah, if you actually heard that and want to do it, please DM me. I actually need someone to do it. It's not a joke. I just don't know if I'll find somebody. I want to make sure that it's not hard to do and they can do it easily and consistently, and I also want to make sure they're taken care of. So, yeah. Kind of like a baby editor. It's kind of like a fan of the show that gets their sub paid. That's the goal. Anyway, hit me up on Discord. It's Chlorokin. It should be tremendously easy. I think most streamers can do it themselves. I'm just not great. I would almost rather have someone to help me. Yep, you got it. 20 seconds until we're going to go rob Noah. We're going to go directly to Noah's crib. We're going to put the guns on the front yard, point them at the general area, and we're going to take all the stuffs. All of the stuffs. Does anyone want Chloro to be their sugar daddy? Nah, it ain't gonna be like that. I think paying for a sub for timestamps could be good for a fan of the show. I don't know though. It's innately exploitative though. So I'll have to think about it. The thing is, like, I can't be watching my own VODs. I can't do it. It fucking kills me. Even on like 15 times speed. When I say 0, we're going to do a Thunderdome and reform. Which means everybody shoots each other. Okay, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And by the way, 100 million to the winner. Good luck. My goal is to tag everybody to spam my killboard so that the fucking the pacifier goes away. That's my entire goal. That's my whole life's fucking dream. There we go. Yeah, all you guys are 100 million for the last person on grid. You better not be running though. I'm not even shooting Dwayne this time. That's other people, Dwayne. That's just because you were snowflaked. Poor Dwayne. He's like, can I bring in E&I? 100 million to the winner. I'm officially done. I'm gonna let my drones sing. Good luck. Have fun. Don't shoot my pod because I gotta know who the winner is. We'll go back out for another round. By the way, the reason we did this is because there's nothing to rob, and rather than wait 15 minutes, let's just frag each other and see who the grand master is here. Oh, Chlorokin down. Well done. Honestly, the field gets cleared pretty quickly. This thorax, what do you have, a micro warp drive? How are you so fast? Yo, this dude has a micro somehow. What the fuck? If you didn't insure your ship, you're now starting to understand why I stress it. Did you get any before you went down? Surely you must have. You brought a dose 3! Oh, Dwayne, bro. You must have brought multiple. I'm sure you drank it. So there's 5 thoraxes left, right? No, 7, sorry. I can't believe they're living so long. I wonder if they're like, dude, they're like literally all brawling. This is actually pretty badass. We have one guy over here that's really far away. Mike and Stella are kind of being chickens. Look at him run away. Timidity! Disqualified! Alright, don't get more than 20 km from my capsule. You can stay in that range. That's good range, though. He's still good. You're still close enough to where it's all Gucci. I think this Stella guy has a micro too. Is that an afterburner? Damn, you guys got crazy good skills. Who's taking my money? I basically just bought like 13 thoraxes, immediately fed them all, did some insurance scamming, and then paid out a prize. This doesn't make sense. AB, okay. 2 left. Trader Ming and Ark. It's looking like Ark is going to handle... Damn! Ark, what's your secret? Oh, wait, it's 2 left. Hold on, wait. Stella and Ark. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Stella and Ark. Oh, shit. I spoke too soon. Stella is cleaning it up. Stella's cleaning it up. Where are the drones? They're trading blows from afar right here. It looks like only one dude got drones out, though. Who wins it? Stella's up top. Ark's on the bottom. Who wins this? Stella won it. All right, yeah, I think Ark was low shield. Shit, 100 million to Stella. Love it. Congrats. The rest of us will self-destruct and we'll try another round. I'll give another thorax. That's just how we roll. Good fight. Oh, God. The shit we do to entertain ourselves in this game. Other video games are like, oh, here, do these cool things. And we're just like, all right, let's just kill each other. It's kind of primitive. Would we travel 20 jumps to get content? No, we're just going to kill each other. We're just going to throw money at the problem. Look at all these drones. Some people switch to Warrior too. Is nice. Oh no, that was probably on the, you know. It was crazy that the Thorax gets 50 M3 bandwidth. It still always blows my mind. Should I pot? Nah, it's all right. We'll all self-destruct. You're good. It's not going to save any time. It'll take forever. Good FFA. Good FFA. Hopefully we'll rob another bank, but who knows? Maybe we'll do another FFA. This is kind of a self-correcting thing for bringing two cool ships. Like if you bring an E&I to this, they might focus you. I didn't point it out. I was trying to be fair. 2 ogres? Did you see ogres? Uh-oh. Who had the ogres? Hold on. Shit, it's filtered because they're in my fleet. Who brought ogres? Oh, you're talking about using 2 ogres. Oh, no, I think you do more damage with 5 meds. I see. It would be cool to run 2 ogres for the fun of it. Just like 2 big thugs come out. Oof, oof, oof. Yeah, you can either eject and pot yourself or check where Thera is. Where's Thera? Yeah, Turner's 18 jumps. You're probably going to have to either self-destruct or you can take all the loot and bring it to a Citadel if you want to get some money. Can pick up the loot and deposit if you want. Arc, even after I painted it in yellow. I'll see you guys in Jeddah. We'll go for another round. This is more entertaining than it has any business being, is kind of my forecast here. Azix, good to see you. Welcome. Realize my home station might not be Jeddah. Whoops, that's all right. If it's super far, you might miss it, but it's okay. Nice of you to just tell me rather than just like hopping in a pod and trying to jump 40 jumps. So you guys can open a trade for another Thorax. Rewinds time. Open trade for a Thorax. Keck W. Thanks for being good sports. Honestly, it's pretty fun. The Thoraxes are flowing. If you want to use another ship, open a trade for a Thorax anyway and just take it as payment. If you'd like to join us, drop an X in Jack the Needle chat, yeah? And we'll get you in the fleet. Dwayne or I will invite you, and we will commence with the silliness. We're going to wait a few minutes for Stella to show back up, but we'll probably go back out in 5 or 10 tops. Burning through them Thoraxes, baby. We have 13 ships. We have like 13 Thorax or higher ships, and we go out and we immediately kill each other off a Needlejack. That's love. Just 12 jumps? It's still incredibly far. You might want to do the shuttle life on that one and hurry up. Somebody always forgets the home station or implants, but of the two, the implants is the more consequential, so you're fine. Generally, I don't wait for anybody anymore. I just go whenever the time is right. Sometimes I stall forever. Was there a Citadel? Yeah, I saw some. You logging in? Cool. What up? What's going on, mister? I was talking to you the other day, in Jeddah, maybe? I was on like one of my characters. I said subcab pilot, more like hubcab pilot or something. I don't know if you knew it was me. It's kind of funny. Yeah, it was me. Yeah, I knew you didn't know it was me. I was just laughing. Yeah, it was random. It seemed too intimate for someone that doesn't know you. Inverse says I lost 4 billion yesterday. Potting explores in my sadness. T2 life can be rough. I'm so sorry. I lost the pacifier today. And I purport to be someone who's skilled in some ways. Still suck. I lost the pacifier to a crusader next to an archon on a hole in Tabitzer. Because I didn't tab into the account for like 4 minutes. It was just sitting there uncloaked. It's like that guy in the latest video of a Nomad Tale. I'm like, how could you just not cloak? That's me today. I would trade for a free thorax. If you already have one, obviously don't take more than one. But if you want to give it another go, let's give it a shot. You never know what's going to pop off. That was mildly entertaining. Attacking pacifier next to an archon is crazy work, though. Yeah. Well, he was the archon. He brought the archon to the hole to roll it, and then I'm sitting there, my pacifier, just AFK apparently. He sees it, has time to go get a crusader on all and go and kill it. I was doing a ghost sight on my other character for what it's worth, but still, come on, really bad play. Guys, X up and Jack the Needle chat if you want to join. We'll close invites here in a couple minutes. Did you at least hit it big? It was a low psycho site, so it's just a fixed 200 mil. So no, not really. Space Monkey, there he is. Nice, thank you, Dwayne. Where's my boyo at? What was the channel? It's actually Jack the Needle, which is the name of my character. Thank you for joining me today, folks. Hopefully it's been fun. A lot of people watching, so it must have been fun to watch. All right, so we're just giving a little bit extra time for people to join us. It really does kind of feel like the banks are not that loaded right now, which is fair. We're still going to try to fish for some. I don't know how to join. So what you would do typically is you would look on your left over here, and you would, on your Neocom, there's this chat channel button. If you click the chat channel right here, if you click this and then click again on chat channels, you're able to join from here. You would just join Jack the Needle right here. And then you can talk to us. If you can't figure it out, even with that, just give me your name. Stern says, ready for some new nonsense to break your brain? He's having a stroke. Microwaves do knit sweaters for thunderstorms. It's true. Oh, you're in Jack the Needle chat now. Yeah, nice. So once you're in here, you would just like type X. Hi, Every. You would just type X and I'd get you. I see you now. You rejected my invite. What happened? That's rude. Maybe Dwayne got him. You gotta come to Jeddah 4-4. We're gonna be leaving pretty soon, so if you're not here pretty soon, you might miss it, but that's okay. At least you know how now. Needle hacking. Ah, yes. So the YouTube title is always delayed. it's hard to update. We're actually doing a bank robbing now, so sorry about that. The YouTube titles are hit or miss. Good to see you, Lutzifers. Needle hacking is hacking off of needle jacks. I swear I saw Citadels in that system before I left, but maybe I'm bugging. All right. Make sure you insure your ship. I'm going to play the beep boop here.
Capsuleers, welcome aboard Flight 420F with service from the Forge to Nullsack. We are currently third in line for takeoff and are expected to be in the air in approximately 5 minutes. We ask that you set your safety to yellow and ensure your ship is insured before takeoff. Please have your home system set to JITA, check your implants, and remember, toxicity is prohibited for the duration of the flight. Thank you for choosing Chlorokin Airlines. Enjoy your flight.
Boy, all right, so we're going to give this until 23:40, and we're going to leave at 23:40. So if you're not here, we'll leave without you. So you do have time still. I got to go get it in filaments anyway. So you got about 3 minutes before we head out to get to JITA shipped and get on top of us, yeah? I forgot my Philly mans. Oh no. Deadly intro. Yeah, that's that intro was crafted because I was tired of saying the same things, you know? But it's kind of fun. I think it catches the attention of non-Eve players like, wait, what? Are we flying somewhere? Where are we going? Docking permission requested. The kids want to play Risk Europa or else you'll be down. Nah, you Gucci. We've done a couple of runs. It's been a goofy ass day. I'm not gonna lie. Cherry juice. I don't have rich blood like Dwayne. I don't know how Dwayne, like, not affords. Obviously, it doesn't matter how you afford, but like how he like spends so much on these cruisers sometimes. He just likes to fucking get down. That's all it is. He's drinking triple shot cherry juice, distilled 3 times for his pleasure. That's crazy. That's wealthy. That's extravaganza, extra, the most, whatever you want to call it. Bouged up, bouged down, whatever it is. You guys can warp to Jack when you're ready. To Jack Needle. Does self-destructing a ship also do the pot? No, it's another 2 minutes. You need another minute or two, buddy? Stella? You still not with us? Five jumps away. Seems like you're gonna miss this timer, huh? Let's wait a little bit longer. We have people still coming. Give it a little bit longer. Hold on, I gotta hide my chat. And then I'm gonna buy some time here. All right, how many ships can one man know? It's obviously a Garmer, right? Okay, it's a combat faction, but it's not Mordu frigate. So Mordu Escalante Caldari, correct? So let's do Blood Raiders. I think that's those two. So we'll do Blood Raider combat faction. So let's do crew or no, wait, what is it called? Ashamu. Let's try this one. I just want to get some. Oh. Ball, Gorn? Is there a fucking cap? Oh god, not this. No, don't tell me there's a fucking cap. I'm going directly to the no, I can't look up the ship tree. I don't even know the name of this shit. What else? Wait, what else is in here? Ashamu, Balgorn. It's not small, medium, or large. So it's cap. What's that shit called? Oh, no. Come up, no. Tie boat, no. P90X, no. What is it? All right, I'm going to the ship tree. I mean, I know what it is. I just don't know the name because who the fuck cares about caps, right? Caps are whack. Oh, it could be one of these. Oh, I see. Could be. Why do you have so many caps? This is insane. It's combat, so it's got to be the Dread or the Titan. All right, let's try the Italian. The Moloch. So it's got to be the... I don't even know the name of this ship. Kimash. So if it's not the Kimash, then I'm just going to close the client, the browser. All right, we nailed it. First try, baby. No help. Yeah, I hide the chat so I don't cheat, because otherwise it's not fun. But I'm sure, you know, whatever. I would not have been able to tell you Moloch or Kimash for $1 million. All right, so let me get an update on who is still coming. Every, where are you at? Zephyr and Stella. One job, okay. So Stella is about to be here, so we're gonna wait for Stella. You're fitting a thorax? Cool. Let me send you a thorax. There's payments. Item could not be found. Huh? What you mean item could not be motherfucking found? What you talking about? Huh? Oh, I was looking at a cached list maybe in the search thing. Hold on, let me try this. I bet you that's what it was. Yup. I was looking at the search panel. It was cached. Fascinating. Interesting game you got here. What you see is not what you need to believe. All right, so just waiting on those two. Every also needs one, yeah? All right, so Every, I've contracted you a ship. We're just waiting on the last couple people here. They did their best to get here. They did a good job. They weren't that slow. It's like a 5-minute delay. It's not like the traditional 15-minute delay people hit me with. So when you guys get your ships that I've contracted you, in them, fly to Jack the Needle. Ensure, obviously check, make sure you have no implants, right? All that good stuff. That's not very cachet money. Cachet. Love it. Good job, everybody. Kitsu, do you also need a ship? Hold on. Oh, did you just join? Oh, okay, somebody invited you. I was going to say I froze invites in my head, but we have other inviters. Hell yeah. Ensuring Keck W. I love it. Love me a Keck Dubs. Not much of a Pepe lover, but you know what? A well-timed frog or two. It doesn't hurt. Pepe. Listen to me intentionally mispronounce it. It's like having like an older person try to say Pokemon. They have to say Pokemon. They have no choice. If they say Pokemon, they feel like they're losing. Clara, upgraded from Fedora 42 to 43 over the weekend. I put myself in and hung up on upgrading. One restart was fine. Yeah, upgrading is a weak point of all the distros that do it like that. People have different different distros have different approaches on how they update, but Fedora's is pretty gnarly. I agree. Debian's is a little awkward too. I cannot update to Debian 13 because I'm a butthead. All right, guys. When everybody's on my screen, we'll get you all here. If for whatever reason you're still struggling to get here in the next 2 or 3 minutes, we'll probably just drop you and laugh at you. But I think everybody can make it here, so nobody gets left behind today. Yeah? Well done. The problem with big groups is that you spend half the time waiting for people to form, which, right? It is part of the game. There's no sense in getting upset over it. Oh, you quit the Nobara downstream of Fedora? Okay. Yeah. I mean, I encourage anybody that uses Linux to just try a bunch of different distros. If you get comfortable and stubborn with one, it's just going to only work against you in the long run. It seems like you're comfortable with Fedora, but I mean, definitely if you haven't, try a bunch of others. If you have and you love it, cool. No worries. All right, Every's the last one to the location. Every warp to Jack the Needle when you're ready. You are the last one, the rotten egg. You got to warp to me. What if you use Arch? So I use CashioS, which is downstream of Arch, just on easy mode. I think Arch is cool. It's just, there's really no freaking reason to use Arch unless you're an enthusiast base Arch now. There's so many downstream quasi wrappers for it. Kitsu here? Cool, no worries. Just waiting for this guy. That's all. You warp to me, right? Click me and warp to me. I use the same spot every time, so you could always bookmark it if you want. Cassius Peak, unless you like Gen 2. Still haven't gotten around to doing it. I got too many other crises in my life, but... So again, it seems like we may have some newer people here, which is totally cool. Make sure your safety is on red or yellow here. Yeah. So you're gonna click this thing and put it on red or yellow instead of green. You been liking Kashi? Hell yeah. Uh-oh. Is this Linux stream now? Uh-oh. You're on Kashi? Wait, Ghost, are you on my Discord? Should come join me. Your first time chatter, so I'm wondering if you're on it. Oh, damn, dude. We're like a 1,000 person strong Eve on Linux Discord. A ton of us use Kashi. You'll love it. Come by. Make yourself known. Good to see you, by the way. Welcome. Every has landed. Yay! Yay! Small victories, folks. Everybody, round of applause for Every. They made it. Proud of you. All right, so here's the deal. We're going to needlejack here. 2 minutes, we're out the door. I'm going to tell you where to go. You're going to right-click, set destination, and try to follow me there. If you die, if you make a mistake, it's okay. Don't worry. I'm not going to yell at you. I only yell at my corp when they fuck up my Tabitzer map. All right, so Every, I need you to check right here. You were too busy trying to warp to me. You didn't hear me on this one. You're going to have to do yellow or red here, yeah? So click this little button where my mouse is and put this on yellow or red. Otherwise, you can't come. Right here? You have to disable the safety. Hey! All right, the first timer's with us. I'm going to mark Every green so I don't yell at this person. All right, good luck, everybody. 2 minutes, we're out the door. I will tell you where to go, and we'll bang out. If we end up in an area where we all have to shoot each other again, it's going to be really fucking funny. But I hope that's not what happens. Ah! You guys have been great today. Thank you for being such great guests into my humble stream. Remember, on Friday, we got into it on the politics and stuff. But, you know, the stream is more about vibes than arguing, even though we do argue. We do. It's mostly about days like today. Yell at them. Tough love, best love. I found that yelling at people is not my strength. Generally, my style is to get upset, explain what someone did wrong, and then apologize for getting upset. That tends to be what I do. You can ask my corp. You been thinking about that conversation? What, on Friday? Bod Durg, good to see you, by the way. ODB Bert Durg. Any bets on we're gonna land in frat space, 100%. Yeah. Well, inverse, I'm always down to talk about life and politics in my DMs. It's just not really appropriate for stream because we have different understandings of the world around us. Some of us more, some of us less, and that's just the truth of it. I got chatters that are way fucking smarter than me, mate. But we got people that don't know what's going on too, so it makes it tough to talk about politics. All right, let's bang. You're in good shape on this channel if you're just here to chill. And understand every once in a while we do get stun locked. Oop, Turner. We're gonna go to Turner. Go to Turner. Oh, 7 jumps. Oh, God. There's no banks to rub. This is just one of these days. We're gonna go to Turner, and then if nobody is alive there to kill us, we'll pick another wormhole and go out that way. So 7 jumps to Turner. When you get there, you can warp to me for a bookmark. If you get lost along the way, let me know. You're going to right click on QX. You're going to right click on this link and set destination and then just fly that way by clicking on the yellows. Hopefully the Turner bookmark's not gone. How old is it? It's 4 hours, Dwayne. I think we can do this. If you see anybody ratting along the way, it's okay. Let them live their best life. There's a praxis. Like, he's not hurting anybody. He's just trying to earn a living, right? Just a villager out here tending the land. Call me Bob. There you go. I got you. Bob, good to see you. You watch Twitch? You watch Eve streams regularly, or you said everybody does? So that's like your friends or streamers. Zedekiah says, wait, what is Ingenic talking about? Are we liking Kasha? Yeah, no doubt. It's just, you know, this machine probably is going to stay cachy. You know, new tools will be developed, new distros will come out, better things will happen. But for right now, it's a pretty good sweet spot between gaming and productivity for me. You can't really stop me from doing something on cachy. But I feel like you can on certain other distros occasionally, or making it really annoying. But I run the risk of bricking all my software whenever I do a soft update. So, by the way, no warp tunnel here. We're just floating. Isn't this cool? No warp tunnel. We're jumping through 1DQ. That's true. That does feel weird. This is where goons were holed up for many, 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 many moons. Zencraft, what's up? How you doing? Welcome. Hope you have a good week, man. We're in a Thorax fleet right now, but no action. So we're going to try to slip through a wormhole as a crew. It'll be fun for the new guys, especially. Cache was a blessing from a vanilla Arch, right? I did an Arch installer once when I first was learning Linux like 2 years ago or whatever it is now. I don't know the timeline. And it worked fine, but like I had no interest in doing that at the time. I just wanted to test various desktop environments and whatnot, package managers. Arch had like this gatekeep aspect to it, which was just cringe to me. It wasn't intentional, I think, by design. It was just like a good design, but that's how it came off to a new person. Whereas all these downstream things of Arch, they allow to use it. Endeavor, all the other ones, whatever. They allow to use it without all the bullshit. I do ramble about Linux quite a lot, but I do care about it like a lot. And I try to think past it too. Like, what if, you know, Linux goes some weird direction, right? And kind of what Linux has done for me, more than learning how to use a new operating system, is giving me appreciation for that. Like, you can code things to work with hardware. You can do it. It's using a driver, right? Like, not that I've done it, but like these things are possible. Everything that Linux is just by mostly random people just coding, making the hardware work. And it's just kind of reassuring to think that like maybe there's a future where we could keep leaning into that and keep having some control over the hardware we have and learning about it. A lot of people here. I recognize some of these names. It's weird. What do you think they're all up to? You got sick of Windows 11 bloat? Fair enough. For me, I think it's just I want a private space. That was the number one motivator to even take it seriously, Linux. I want a private space. Like, my hard drive needs to not be accessible from random corporations. Like, that's kind of what... But then there's a million other reasons that kind of stack in there. But the truth is that, and a lot of Linux users don't want to hear this, but the truth is that most people, they're still fine on Windows. $210. Are we starting to see some banks? Okay, so let me take a look. It's a little far. This is Y2. This is init space at the bottom left corner. I guess I don't really mind going to Y2. So we don't even have to go through init space, do we? Oh, do they own Delve, this section? We could make a dash for Y2. I mean, shit, I don't know. You think they let us in? Or do you want to try throwing it? Let's go Turner. Fuck it. It'd be hilarious. We'll look at the waypoints after we go through it. Yeah, let's just pull up in the map and have a good time together. South Bay, what up, gangster? How you doing? One of my OG YouTube chatters. He's been there from the start, I think, since I started mirroring it. So if we look at the Turner map, where does this go? Spire, Pureblind, S. Doesn't really... Oh, Mist? Oh, boy. Oh, and it's gone. 4 hours old. All right, Y2 it is. Dude, we can, seriously, like, you know, like I'm speechless. I didn't think I was this bad, but it's true. All right, let's go die at Y2. Like, is this a time zone issue? This seems like a skill issue from the FC position. The Turner hole is closed, by the way, if you're not watching. If you're watching this in it, let us get to Y2, please. I'm begging you. FC, why am I not dead yet? Because I think we can still get a fight with Init. I mean, I do like Init. I don't think I've ever been salty with Init a single time, which means they got good social skills with their fleet. Because I'm the ultimate arbiter of what makes a fleet socially acceptable, right? Of course. Oh, fun times. No, Inits are good people. They have some interesting responses. They have a really closed off space. Closed off space is what I'm saying. So they can defend it really effectively too. So it's cool. Versus Frat, which is kind of sprawled, or Goons, which is everywhere. Let me see Linux, but my desktop is still Windows and won't be changing anytime soon. Nice. I'm a Windows user, and I love Windows. Fuck the Penguin. He's like, all right, I like Linux. No, but you got to lean into it. Fuck the Penguin. All right. Microsoft's an American company. I run AutoCAD with pride. Sorry. All right, let's go backtrack a little bit. We're gonna make the locals wonder what the fuck we're doing, and we're gonna go to Y2 and see if they fight us there. And if not, we'll just keep chaining needlejacks until your boy gets bored. I'm thinking about making an April Fool's video about how to switch to Windows from Linux. I think it'd be funny. I'm sure it's been done. I'm sure. I'm not that clever, but it would be funny to do for us. Kashi, Scotty says, I'm happy with Kashi. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. I only use Temple OS. Matthew says, I used to live in Y2. Love that area. Hell yeah. What up, Matt? I don't really know much about the area other than that, you know, for a lot of the time I played, Goons had control over Delve and Aquarius and what's not. So the idea that we're just sailing past 1DQ is pretty remarkable to me. As Dwayne pointed out, this used to be like 500, 600 goons deep, even during off hours, you know what I mean? I only use SteamOS. I only use Steam operating system. I don't have time for commercial desktop operating systems. I'm just a gamer. Could you imagine? That's the next level. It's like, I don't want calculators. I just want games. It's like, word. I respect that. How can we charge you more money than you need to pay? So want to try all of them? Yeah, no, the secret is to not nuke your setup to do it. Is to have like a little disk to mess with. You know? A little 256 gigabyte SSD. Just start throwing shit on there. Ventoy. Just have fun with it. Tinker around. Really, you know, most of the difference in the distro comes down to the package manager. Otherwise, it's a lot of desktop environment stuff that's a lot different. So like you can almost just run a VM and test the package managers for fun. Or even just install them on your distro. I wouldn't recommend it, but... Anyway. Scottish is out here. He's like, listen, you need to shut the fuck up because I'm a cache user. I've done the thing. Stop making me feel like I gotta do more things. If you don't care about some niche entity games, I find the experience of gaming on Linux pretty solid. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say you can't game on Linux when you're watching a guy play Eve on Linux on a stream. Right? It would be a pretty fallacious argument if someone came in here and tried it. You can't game on Linux. Can you imagine? You cannot game on Linux, asshole. Oh, really? You think so? You think you're so smart, huh? Well, I'll have you know, I'm doing it right now. This guy says we're too friendly. I'm going to go be a landlord now. I mean, It's not that I blame you for joining the landlord class. It's just minus a few chloral points. I love you. EXT says, I think they usually mean the anti-cheat is a lot of big games require. Yeah, of course. Of course. Yeah, I mean, that's the joke, is that Valorant, League of Legends, Fortnite, all these games demand access to your kernel so that they can monitor for cheating. When in reality, the most advanced cheats use two computers to work at once, which is not necessarily countered by kernel level anti-cheat, right? What I can tell you is that when a program has access to your kernel, regardless of your operating system, they could ostensibly do a lot of things and you would never know. Ever. Just refreshing destination, folks. We're almost there. If they let us in, we'll fight. If not, I'll Gucci. I'll link up if I make it there. Zen says, rip webcam. Where'd it go? What happened? Zen comes in here and the webcam turns off. I can't believe this. Unbelievable. Yo, we have a Jack in chat in local. We have Jack the Needle and Jack Lovada. I could never. I mean, that's when Cycle was like, yeah, I kind of get what you're saying. Like, even though he doesn't agree, he's like, I'm trying to tell you, it's like, yeah, it's smart to do that, but I just don't think it's ethical. That's all. It was a fun convo. I think he actually liked the convo, I'm not going to lie, at the end of it, when I stopped being mean. But who knows? We'll do another political stream on Friday. We'll start watching Fox and CNN and MSNBC and CBS. We'll watch all the favorite channels. Everybody loves these channels. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. Who's Ada? I don't know. It's an androgynous name. Not precluded to the typical heteronormative tropes, huh? You two should have a jack off. The biggest and best jack wins. Listen, bro. I know it's Monday, all right, but you're gonna have to go. You're gonna have to go straight to horny jail, bro. Scotty says no news networks. That's so funny. Someone says there's a Citadel in this system. Yeah, there's like 100. So there's a couple ways to see it. Now that I'm here, I can tell you. So first of all, you can spin your camera and look for the blue. If you don't see this, your sensor overlay might be off, right? This might be off. The other way to find out is if you open your system map here and you tick the Citadel, you see how it flashes when you do engineering and Citadels. This is a quick way to find out whether there's buildings here. Any of those will work for asset safety. Who's linked? Who's this? Unlink, please. Thank you. Oh, he knows how to unlink. Yo, this guy knows how to unlink. Almost every time somebody links, they then don't know how to unlink. Every time. This guy knew instantly. He was just helping me out. Thank you for that. Wow. We got some pros in chat. What happens is I'm like, hey guys, unlink. I want to just manage it. And then they're like, oh, I don't know how. And they spend 2 minutes trying to figure out how. It happens so many times. At least 3 times. This dude knew exactly what to do. I feel like this person's robbed a bank before. Drac, have you robbed a bank before? Oh, okay. You were just testing to see. Oh, yeah. It keeps resetting. You know, it's kind of important if the timer in the background is shorter than this timer to not unlink it. But like, I link it here so that it's not a confusing process. Drac, good to see you. Good. I'm impressed by your ability to follow directions promptly. That was literally best in class. For this fleet, that was goated. Anyway, I'm done. Political stream might be cool for the crash outs for everyone. I mean, I did it on Friday. Everybody was crashing out. I didn't even want to do it. People just came. And were hitting me with the this, that, and the third. I think it popped off when I saw one of the homeboys in chat talk about economics. I'm like, I'm not going to let somebody lecture me on economics. And then we all just popped off, bro. It was bad. Local promising? Yeah, I'm looking, man. I'm looking. What do we got? I saw Damos, yeah? Long. It's a bunch of MTUs. If all 4 of these mobile tractor units come in at once, we could be in trouble. I'm going to broadcast one. We're going to have to focus fire. Nah, it was actually a 6 stream, South Bay. A lot of people said it was kind of more fun than we realized in the moment. Obviously some, you know, toes were stepped on, but both ways, but it was fun. Natural phenomenon is blocking my warp. Ah, yes. So I forgot about this. So you're going to warp to the encounter surveillance system beacon from the overview. Then activate the acceleration gate. Can any shit come in here? Only cruisers to battleships, no marauders, tactical destroyers are allowed. JK has always bombed on this one? Hell yeah. Sorry to leave you behind. I forgot we had new bros in here. My deepest apologies. So we're basically always going to this right here. See this encounter surveillance beacon? Always warp there and you go through another beacon. If you need help, again, let me know. Every. Oh, they're coming to fight us big time now. Blackbirds singing in the dead of nights. Says I'm locked to the bank. Yeah, probably because the fleet is. Every probably is not going to make it in time, sadly. Looks like they're going to kill our outside. Yeah, I know, it's okay. It's all right. You're just late to get in here, so they killed you. I will never forget you, sunshine. All right, get ready for a fight. We got a scrap. They killed every, so now we're enraged. Now we get +2 strength, but we can't cast spells. Can't be charmed either, so let's bop. Get in your ranges, yeah? They got the Merm, they got the X, the Deimos. They got the Varger. The Varger can't make it in. I don't know, man. I want to see if we can kill a vulture. Let's try it. He's by himself. Shoot him with the heat and see what he's got. We're going to switch off of him probably, but hit him. He doesn't have smart bombs, so. I feel like this dude can't tank us all. Get at your perfect range and let it rip. We're going to probably switch off. Get ready. We're going to switch to the Hugin. Switch to the Hugin. Switch Hugin. Switch Hugin. Switch to Hugin now. Switch to Hugin now. Switch to Hugin now. It's a free Hugin kill. Approach and get your webs and damage on the Hugin. They're going to have a little bit of logi. They can't actually out-logi us. We're going to kill the Hugin first. We're going to switch off the Hugin. Get ready. Any second now. All right, go Hugin. Overheat on the Hugin. I'm going to broadcast the second target. Hugin first. Next, we're going to get an X-Core. You're going to kill the X-Core second. Lock up the X-Core and kill the X-Core next. Kill X-Core next. Kill the X-Core next. So we don't have Logi, and then we're going to go for, I suppose, Myrmidon's kind of, sort of, ish squishy. The Blackbird is very squishy. Burning away. We're going to go Myrmidon next. Going to go Myrmidon next. Get into the Myrmidon. Overheat on the Myrmidon. Blow all your heat on this. All your heat. There's a Scythe landing. We're going to get in the Scythe. Switch off of the Myrmidon. Back in the Scythe. Back in the Scythe. Back in the Scythe. Switch to the Scythe. Scythe over Myrmidon. Scythe over Myrmidon. Scythe over Myrmidon. You guys can finish him off if he's dying. Scythe next. Scythe next. If we get the Scythe, we're huge. We're in big dubs. We're going to go Scythe Myrmidon. Scythe Myrmidon. They're finally killing me. Ooh, this Scythe is going down, folks. This is a huge, fat, stinky trade up. I'm going to link to the bank. All right, we're back on the Myrmidon after that. We're back in the Zarm. Going to the Zarm. Going to the Zarm. Going to the Zarm. Switch the Zarm. Fuck the Myrmidon. Zarm. All damage of the Zarm. Webs on the Zarm. Webs on Zarm. Webs on Zarm. Webs on Zarm. Web Zarm. He's running. Oh no. If you can get the Zarm, this would be the funniest fucking thing ever. We have so many thoraxes. Guys, chase the Zarm with the webs. Oh, did we get the webs? Who got the webs? He's webbed. Overheat the webs. Oh, everybody's tangled. Everybody's tangled. Can you guys chase the Zarm with your... Dude, they're squishy, bro. They have no other logi. I think the Zarm kill is the icing on the cake. Can anybody chase the Zarm? Everybody's dead. All right, good fight. We're all cooked. Yo, drop a GF in local. This was very fun. I told you Initiative don't play. They're fun people. Don't sleep on that corp. You want to join a block, join them. They actually come and fight. They're not P-words. Drop a GF in local. That was great. We might have got a trade up, but you know what? They came with all the kit and caboodle. No hesitation. Still 8 up. Swarm the Zarm. Swarm the Zarm. The pod's going down. We're going to try to finish the Zarm off. If we can't get the Zarm, we're just going to use best next target. They have too much redundancy now. I feel like the Zarm survives, yeah? If anybody's on the Zarm and can call it, if he's going to live, let me know. We'll get off. I'm I'm being jammed. My pod is jammed. The Blackbird is jammed me. I guess he's getting Logi from something else, maybe, or is he just that tank? He's 2/3 armor. Okay, okay. It looks like we fizzled out. Good fight. I mean, shit. We got everything we could. Burned your guns? Yeah, no worries. To get on the Zarm, we kind of had to like fizzle out. So drop a GF to Init, dude. I'm so happy. I'm in such a good mood all of a sudden. Oh, shout out to Init. Initiative is recruiting. I don't even know what corps are recruiting in Init, but join them. That was so fucking fun. Let's look at the kills real quick. Hold on. I know we got a couple of dirty ones in there because we're rascally rabbits. What time is it? Okay, so we go 23, and we would go from 18 to the 19th. Is that how this is gonna go? I can't get fucking the Rome report to work. I can't get the Rome report to work. Somebody help me. There's the scythe. Okay, we got the scythe. Cool. Stab her down. Hugin got bobbed up. Oh, God, I love them so much. All right, so I can't get the Rome report. Someone's got to do it. Holy shit. My brain is so small. Oh, I got the Hugin kill. No way. Ooh! Oh, no! He was blinged to hell and back. He had everything blinged out. What the fuck? It's a Bill Hugin. Puta madre. What the Oh, no, in it. No, baby. I was trying to tease you, not humiliate you. God damn, the 964 millionist Hugin went down on that one. Yeah, the thoraxes are cheesy, bro. It's for real. What the fuck? Whew. Shout out to them. They always get to clear the field of loot, so they feel a little better. That was so fun. What the hell? I think we're gonna stop there. Yeah, we'll do another attack on NPSI tomorrow. I don't want to be doing this all day. It was the perfect ending though. Second to you, man. I'm 14% damage. Oh, is that top damage? Oh, I guess I always get top because I'm calling the targets. Your male dancer dropped? I just want to see the other ships we killed real quick, but I can't get Rome report to work because my brain doesn't work. What's today? So this is saying the 17th. So we're going to go to 16, 16. We're going to go 11 p.m. to 11 p.m. Here we go. All right, I figured it out. So I get not everything populated yet, but that's okay. I mean, fuck, dude. So what did we get? We got just the two ships in there, right? The Hugin and the Logi, and then we went for the Zarm. We didn't finish the Merm, did we? I know the Merm was low, but I wanted to get off of him because he's not huge. You got a BR on Eve Tools. Oh, we got an X-Core and a Scythe. Okay, beautiful. So honestly, I think our target selection was great. It really was pretty good. If that Zarm came in a little bit earlier, he could have actually went down too, possibly. This was pretty dope. God. That's such a shining example of blocks overwhelming you, but still doing fun. Perfect example. Merm survived? Ah, okay. I think I'm actually gonna probably stop for now, but what I want you to know is this is not like a rare event. We do these NPSIs all the time in the stream. I'm gonna probably do another one tomorrow, so you want to join me. You're probably like, oh, let's keep going. I understand that. I love you for that, but we'll stop it there. But what I will do is we can give away one of these skins to somebody from Fleet. So 1 to 14, random.org. Stay in Fleet, don't leave yet. So who gets a skin in Fleet? Number 2. Who's number 2? Drac! Wow. Congrats, dude. You just won a skin. Celebratory skin. I'm also going to give one away to somebody from chat as well. Stay tuned for that. We got him. Took a little time. Okay, for anybody that wants to win one of these Imicus Navy skins, let me just do that real quick before we wind down. I know people love free shit. I know it's like makes the streaming economy go around. But the truth is, I kind of like handing it out sometimes, so I'm going to do that too for my own pleasure. Not a bad looking skin. Honestly, pretty slick. The ship itself, you may not like the hull, but you're allowed to be wrong. That's fine. Here's how this works. I'm going to set up a giveaway on my Discord. Okay. G starts 5 minutes, 1 winner. Imicus, is it Imicus Navy? Navy, oh shit. Imicus Navy skin. Hoggies. Okay, so before I punch this, let me tell you how to get here, in case you're new to the show and you want a chance to win something free. Why not? Everybody likes free shit. Here's how you do it. Join my Eve Discord and go to the giveaways channel. Giveaways. Okay. What, the Z kill of the ship we killed? Sure. Yeah, hold on. Here's the Z kill. Go to my Discord and join the giveaways channel, and then when I launch this just now, all you gotta do is push the present icon underneath it, okay? And drop a poop while you're here. I'm sure it is. I can't get over the passive people. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that leader has been, you know, he's no longer associated with, if you're talking about the onstage Sui thing. Yeah, I mean, nobody really likes Matani, if that's the point. No, I think there's been a cultural shift. And that's coming from like a goon hater. So I mean, call it what it is. Like, I'm not actually a goon hater. I'm leaning into it, but not bad. Guys, thank you for the cool stream today. This was fun. Aw. Super. You have to click the thing to enter. So you got to go to Discord, go to the giveaways channel, and click the present button under the giveaways channel in the latest giveaway. That's how you enter. If you don't click this thing, you can't actually enter. That's how it works. And I'll call the stream here, and then I'll get a bunch of stuff I got to do. And then tomorrow I'm having somebody come to hopefully fix my freaking house. And then we'll keep streaming, keep chilling. Yeah. I want to start doing this video that I have in mind, but it requires coding, and like coding is hard. So I'd rename the alliance, get rid of that thing. I mean, it's up to you what you think. Ultimately, I'm just pointing out that, yeah, that guy's gone, thankfully. And like, it's ever since Asher took the reins and other things happened, like there's been a notable culture shift. When I criticize goons, it's almost always their stupid standing fleet where they just humiliate people. That's all. But no, don't hide. Let's not say I'm hiding the past at all. Not at all. But I think they've taken steps. So good for them. If the case. Yeah, I don't condone any of that shit Matani did. So none of that flies here. Sandlink says, good fight, well played. That was so fun, dude. Oh my god. I'm going to use you guys an example of how to crush somebody, but still have fun doing it from both angles. And it might be best at that. Zen says, we don't really have standing fleet nowadays. It's so dangerous, too, when you get that many thoraxes. Like, a better FC is, like, scary. Luckily, I'm trash. I'll take the stray skin, man. That's fair. It's just my opinion. Exactly. Trust me, if you want to hate goons, you are part of a big crowd. And they have reasons. We had this conversation a lot about goons here. Big group, something awful origins, right, from the forum, and various ideological forks in the road they've taken and stuff like that. But you know, it is my opinion that goons are cooler now than they ever have been. So take that as you will. Good decision by your Vexer, by the way. I had to squeal to get him DPS down by the drones. Oh, who was our Vexer? Was that Dwayne? Dude, Dwayne's a nightmare. He always throws wrenches in my plans, but apparently yours too. He's out there newting people or what? Oh, I see. The drones. As a member of Goons, I find that they mostly good people. Just joined 2 years ago. Yeah, no doubt. I'm pretty sure most people, when they hear me talk about Goons, it's kind of intuitive what I'm saying. It's not even that far off from just what everybody thinks. You have a very powerful group, has a history of, you know, a lot of impactful actions in the game. They've also had a really shitty leader for most of that, and that's kind of where Snow comes in. But no, the only thing I hate about Goons is that they drop marshals on people to smart bomb them, and I just hate that. But that's not Goons, it's like 12 people, so fuck those guys. The rest of you Goons, you guys are good. All my interactions have been positive so far. Mittens sucked. I agree, you know? You can say whatever, good leader, whatever. You can say that about any shithead. But all Mittens did was amplify the cruel culture. That's all he did. That's why you can say what you want about Gobbins, and I personally don't like Gobbins at all. I don't like him. I don't like his leadership. I don't like his rhetoric. I don't like any of it. But, you know, he wasn't up on stage telling people to, you know, off themselves. Good luck to everybody. We have 55 seconds left on the giveaway, and then we'll wrap this up. Been a pleasant stream for sure. The rug pull on Horde. Asher has been a great leader and very, very wise. It seems, yeah. I mean, that's kind of, everybody kind of knew he was like a protege, right? And our corporate super chill and just enjoying the plant. Yeah, no doubt. I don't know him for what it's worth. Hey, Zedekias, have a great night, dude. Good to see you. You're allowed to be a goon here. Yeah. In fact, you're allowed to be frat here. You're allowed to be any group here. I actually go to great lengths to defend the common lineman here. Good luck. Colbran! Uh-oh. Colbran, congratulations. I'm going to DM you and get your username. And, wow. Life's good for you. Hi. You won. What's the corp name? Yeah, Chloro Kitties is the name of the corp. God, that was such a good fight. Oh, I changed the icon to a lion because we're a cat. You can join this corp if you want to play with me and Tabitzer and hang out with the crew. Mostly casual people chilling. We're going to bring Blops back into the picture, but, you know, if you're new, don't worry about that. Colbran, where you at, Brody? Where you at, Brody? Oh, he's getting on his phone now? Okay. Had much fun in Fleet, Flight Dangerous? Yeah, no doubt. Sometimes we get back-to-back fleets runs like that. This one we had to fish a while to get a nice fight. I was pretty much cooked by the end of it. I'm on my 24-hour timer that I can join? Yep, I got you. Hey, Colburn's responding. Yay. Psycho says, just looked for pretty much the whole stream while working. Have a great night. Hey, what's up, dude? We referenced the Friday stream a couple times today. Felt pretty good. All things considered. Waiting to get the skin to this lucky chatter here. Have a good rest of your night. You too, Ingenic. Ah, okay. You're Kanan. Got you. Cool. Versing. Beautiful. Congratulations. So here's the deal. I love streaming. I feel blessed to have people in my chat that are patient with me and vice versa. And I don't take any of this for granted. It's super fun. Cognizant of the fact that it's a source of income, and I just want to say thank you for that. That could be gone tomorrow, right? It's not a real thing to do, right? However, with that said, you know, I put a great deal of effort into making sure that this is a space that makes sense to me and, you know, the people that are here generally. So you guys are a part of that. It means something to come here with good vibes or to let things go or whatever, you know, it's appreciated. So I will see you tomorrow, hopefully with running water, but maybe not. The mouse cursor's a brick in your eye. Oh no. Yeah, she's a fatty. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate every single last one of you. The YouTube following is getting kind of big on the streams. It said 37 people here earlier. That's insane. So thank you for doing that. Hopefully it's enjoyable. Didn't get a whole lot accomplished today, but had a great fight with Init. We love Init. I'm so happy that Init responded. I'm so happy we went to Y2. Life's good. We'll go back there and feed them some more shit later. Shout out to YouTubers. Much love to all of you. Rev, Cycle Repeating, Zencraft, Handblades, Jolly Green Tank. He just said he's just got here. Handblades, South Bay. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. I'll see you soon. Adios.